Hello, my truth seekers. How are you guys doing? If you can hear me, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Guys, look, I had started out one way and just turned everything just, I say, look, I'm going to go ahead and talk about all this stuff that's going on with Arionne Curry. Everybody's saying that she had got in a brawl, which once it had confirmed, I wanted to know if it was true. Now, I don't know if it's true or not because everybody's speculating out there saying that the girl had gotten beat up, but all we have to do, all you got to do is just ask the question whether they say no or whatever. But a smiling face was good enough for me. But it's a shame when people got to go out and just make up anything. It doesn't make sense at all. And to me, what it looked like is that people, it's like they trying to stir up drama knowing that the show is about to come on. So maybe, they doing all that because they trying to go ahead and get some storyline because just like Arionne had said that they always use her name. So like I said, if it makes sense to me, so most likely they probably just doing that because they trying to go ahead and make a storyline, but they're using her. So they might as well just go ahead and just add her to the show because she did say that she was not going to let her son on. So most likely probably said that, the son can come on, but she can't. But I don't blame the girl. If my son could come on, but I can't, then nobody's going to come on. That's how I look at it. But it's time for Arionne to go ahead and hire her a bodyguard because the people got to come out and make up all these lies about this girl saying that she had got beat up in a club, knowing we saw that this girl was having a good time. And now we listening to all these bloggers, and this what this is all about, saying that she got beat up. Now, if it didn't come from the shared room or TMZ, I'm not even going to believe it. But like I said, a smiley face was good enough. So she's laughing. And quite obvious, Ariane going to be laughing all the way to the bank because, this just don't make no sense. These people, dad, man, they just got to come up with stories. Like I said, I'm team right. I'm not picking a side, but this right here is just a little too much. It's like these people are obsessed. Say the truth. You don't have to come out and make up some lies. All you have to do is just say the truth. So if I was Ariane, I would just go ahead and just hire me a bodyguard. Most likely that's what she's gonna have to do, hire her a bodyguard. That's exactly what I would do because this does not make no sense, saying that the mistress Ariane had got Paul's put on her last night, but you didn't hear it from me. So quite obvious, if the girl had got beaten up, you would have heard something, at least coming from the T. So it doesn't make no sense at all. But like I said, all I can do is just ask whether they say no or yes or whatever. But, you know, this girl is laughing because she know that all they doing is knowing that this show is about to come on in September and they need a storyline. And like Ariane said, that they always want to use her as a storyline, but this time, girl, yes, make them pay. And, because it makes no sense. Martell and Melanie, they are divorced. And I was watching a blogger how they was just trashing these people like they know these people. You don't know what type of relationship that these people had before this show had started aired. People do a little of anything now, and we already know that Ariane was dating Martell when Melanie was still the when she was out of the apartment. Miss Wanda already had broke that story down. So it doesn't make no sense. Maybe they had some sister wife stuff going on. I don't know. And I'm gonna say allegedly because we all looking from the outside in. But this stuff right here, it does not make no sense at all. And then they have cheap enough to say we ain't hear that from you either. While he was somewhere looking for a storyline from Sheree, and I'm pretty sure he's not too concerned. Well, quite obvious, he would be concerned, but because she has a child for him. So that does not make no sense. His sister, hey sis, I have a recording of Arionne out in a hole in the wall. Yeah, you talking about the video? I had recorded that also. You talking about when she was out there? I think she was with some when she was out there dancing. It wasn't a club. It looked like it was at a house or something like that. But I just don't see where they saying that the girl got beat up. I don't think so. Hey, sophistication brat, how are you? Keeping up with Queen Tulsa Goddess? How are you guys doing? I was coming on to talk about Bishop Whitehead, but like I said, I say everybody is talking about this story right here, and I text, and all they can say yes or no, but I don't think that all this stuff is true. Keep Up with the Queen said I have her at both. What you mean by that? What you mean by that? Greetings, sister mods and chats. What I don't know. Like I said, let's talk about the bishop. I'm down. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna go ahead and talk about. But I wanted to go ahead and just say this right here. It's like these people, they are obsessed with this girl. So the thing that Carlos King need to just go ahead and do is add this girl on that show, because it doesn't make no sense at all if they're going to use her name, and we know that they're only using her name just for to push that show, just promoting that show. That's all it's about, because they know that girl didn't get beat up. That girl was out there having a good time. Now all of a sudden she got beat up. Come on now, get real. It's just people just need something to talk about. That's all that is. House party in a hole in the wall. I think she was with she looked like she was I don't know if she was in Huntsville or she was in Charlotte, but you could see that they had a lot of frat brothers there. So quite obvious, looked like she was a part of all that, enjoying herself. But it's a shame when you can't go out there and have a good time without people, have to make up some stuff. But that's what I really wanted to go ahead and talk about. So guys, welcome to my channel, guys. Make sure you hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. I'm gonna see how long I can go ahead and stay, because I am a little late. But yeah, I really wanted to go ahead and talk about Bishop Whitehead, but for some reason he started at 8 o'clock. I think he had started his sermon at 8:40. But for some reason, I didn't feel led to come on and talk about it. But let me see if I can go ahead and put up that picture of that of his suit, because his suit is a trip, guys. Wait till you see his suit with this Gucci on. Let me see if I can find. Yeah. Let me see if I can go ahead and put this suit on. Yeah, this is a suit he had on. He had this Gucci suit on today. And his wife had asked him, are you going to church with this suit on? And he said yes, but she didn't show up at all. She and her kids, which I don't blame her. But it's like he's just too flashy. And he's saying that this right here is a part of, this has nothing to do with God, because what he's doing is he's being a distraction. And I had put a scripture down. I think it's coming out of Luke 9, when Jesus had told his disciples when they went out there, he told them to take nothing. He told them exactly what to take. And he also told them to limit their garment. You know, you cannot be in saying that you are called and you flash it. How can God get the glory out of this? It doesn't make no sense at all. Hey, Noelle, how are you? I hope you're doing great, girl. Yes, I'm just here trying to sit there and make up my little hours, because I need to go ahead and make up at least 2,000 hours. I got to check and see how many hours I need now. Yeah, but it's just so much stuff, guys, that is just going on. Hi, K Pope. The show have not mentioned her at all this season. I share the live. Let's hit the like. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Keep it up. Thank you very much. Yeah, but it's just so much stuff is going on. But I wanted to talk about, that's what I was coming on around about 2 o'clock, but I went ahead and canceled it. But when it comes to Bishop Whitehead, I just stayed clean away from it. And the reason why I did is because it reminds me of that story. You remember the story I had told you guys about Saul and David, when Saul had a chance to go ahead and kill, well, it's not Saul, but David had a chance to go ahead and kill Saul. But Saul said there he didn't touch him because he knew that he was even though God had took his glory from Saul, but he knew that Saul was a man of God. And the Bible said, touch not my anointing, do my prophets no harm, which, God, he have to answer to God. Whatever have happened, Bishop Whitehead, he have to answer to God for that, and one thing about God, you cannot play with God. But I believe that God is calling the church without walls. And the church is, as you can see right now, the church is sick. The church is standing on one leg. People, they don't even want to go to church anymore. And he said that people had showed up, but they didn't show anyone. I didn't see, maybe just probably a handful. I would be, scared to go there, especially, if his wife didn't show up. Shoot, if your wife didn't show up, shoot, I'm not going to show up as well. No way in the world I'll be a part of that, because the man is still flashy. But, that's how people are. Hi, Sophistication Brat. How are you? Yeah, you see, I'm trying to get my little green screen together. I still got a lot more to do, because you look, you barely can see my hair, and you can't even see my earrings. So I still have a lot to do with it. But I decided to just come on anyway. I'm still working at it. I think what I have to do is go ahead and get me a camera. Once I get a camera, it probably come out really good. But for now, this is what I'm gonna go ahead and deal with. But I really didn't have too much to talk about, guys. If you have any questions or anything that you want to ask, feel free. You know, I just came on to sit there and see what's going on with all this stuff. Thank you, Noel. So how are you doing? I see. Look, you well. At least you're here, so I guess your surgery came out really great. Thank you. Thank you very much. I've been natural almost maybe about 7 months now. Still trying to get used to it. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yep. I just need to get some of this weight off, guys. That's what I need to go ahead and work on. Yeah. Thank you very much, sophisticated. Yeah. So, like I said, guys, I don't know what to say about Bishop Whitehead nor all this stuff that's going on with Love and Marriage in Huntsville. But one thing that we do know, all this stuff right here is just a distraction. Yeah. Oh, glad to know, Noel. So I guess you was an outpatient. Yeah. But thank you guys. Trying to see if I can go ahead and last on here at least about an hour or something like this. Because I came on at 7:30, so I'm gonna try to see if I can stay on until 8:30. But guys, what y'all want to talk about? Y'all want to talk about Bishop Whitehead, or you want to go ahead and talk about all this stuff that's going on with Arionne Curry getting beat up? Which, like I said there and say, our people need to just stop, man. We do the most. I mean, we do the most. Why would you want to see this girl get beat up? You just can't blame the woman. See, everybody wants to blame the woman all the time. Nobody didn't tell him to go and do what he did, but it's over with. These people are divorced. They do whatever they want now. Yeah, I definitely need that killed. That what is that keto diet? My doctor was telling me about this. I'm gonna have to go ahead and Google because I'm not too familiar with it. But I'm gonna start something, guys. It's a distraction, but also I believe God is revealing. Yeah, I was outpatient and then a post op in 24 hours, and now I just recovered sleeping, sitting up. Oh, okay, okay, yeah. So Noel, you want to come on and join me on my live so I can go ahead and get my I'm gonna go ahead and put my link. So if you want to join me, whoever want to join me, guys, you can. Yeah. But like I say, all this stuff is distraction. I think that the only reason that they putting all this stuff out right now when it comes to Ariane Curry is because it's getting close to them coming back on air. If I'm not mistaken, they coming on in September. And maybe they are doing this right here is because they want to go ahead and stir the pot. I don't know. But to me, it just don't make no sense. A lot of stuff don't make no sense. Yeah. I do it with you and I save you the research. Yeah, please, please. Because I don't know. My doctor was telling me about it. She had told me to Google it, but I never had a chance. Yeah, but let me know about it. Because I definitely would like to go ahead and try something. Because if you see my other pictures, how I used to look, gosh. But girl, like I say, depression and getting old, man, it plays a toll on you, man. Oh, dealing with these people at the business. Hi, Star. Thank you. Love you too. Thank you, guys. Yeah, but yeah, not it's just a lot of stuff that's going on, guys. And all this stuff that, like I said, that is going on is only a distraction. That's all that stuff is, just a distraction, just to keep us all focused from what really going on. But when you got to sit there and make up a lie to say that someone got beaten up and knowing that it's not true, it is not true, then it's time for this girl to go ahead and hire a bodyguard because these people, they take these reality shows too serious, knowing that these people gonna do any and everything to promote their show. That's all that is. I'm explaining it all up. It is easy, and you're going to love it. I've been using it 3 years. This coming Wednesday. Okay, okay, yeah. But I mean, and then the thing about it is that you know It's like they taking it so serious. These people, they just too invested in these reality shows. And these people laughing all the way to the bank. These people are getting paid, guys. You think that these people telling their showing their life? No. These people are getting paid. But when you got to sit there and stalk people, and that does not make no sense. And knowing that this girl was not with another married man, this girl is laughing. I promise you, this girl is laughing because all you guys doing is opening up the door for she to be on that show. Because why you gonna use her name and promote that show, and you're not gonna have this girl on this show? It doesn't make no sense whether you like her or not. You mean that these people don't have a storyline where they have to use this girl's story? They have to use this girl's life, but yet you don't want her on the show? It doesn't make no sense at all. Domestic violence is serious. I think it's awful and evil to put lies out like that. I think so too. And I asked her, I emailed, I text the girl, which, like I said there and say, she didn't say yes, she didn't say no, but she's laughing. This girl is laughing because she knows it's not true. This girl knows it's not true. But if I was her, I would go and get a restraining order against some of these people, and I would get a bodyguard. Because if these people are stalking her and following her every move, this is serious. It's just to show you got some sick people out here, very sick people. These people are very sick. And I sit there and I watch this YouTuber talk about this girl. A whole panel of people talk about this girl for almost 2 to 3 hours. Mel and Martell is divorced. They are divorced, so get over it. And if Mel and Martell come on that show and fighting with each other after they have separated, then who wants to watch that mess? Nobody wants to watch that. These people are divorced. Get on with your life. But these people is not worrying about that at all. It's you guys. Because long as you stir up this mess, you guys know good and well y'all have something to talk about. Just wait and see how it's going to play out. Because Martell, I guess people are upset because he wants full custody of his kids, which I already had talked about that on my last video. Maybe he have a legitimate reason why he want to file for full custody. You have to realize that Melanie now, she wants to go out there and be a superstar. She wants to sing, and you can't bring the kids on the road with you. That does not make no sense at all, guys. But like I said there and say, drama sells. And people are caught up in all this distraction when it comes to these people's lives. And that's what they, took the mark of the beast. So that's something that they're going to have to live with, because, you sell your soul for this stuff. And quite obvious, you can't stop people from talking. That's just like with Bishop Whitehead. He wants to be flashy. So quite obvious, if he wants to be flashy, people are going to go ahead and talk about stuff like this, which I don't see how God can get the glory out of all this stuff that they are doing. He tried to come up with some legitimate reason, but Jesus, what he did with his disciples, he told them exactly how to go out there. You don't draw any attention to you, because your job is to go out there and bring forth the word. And that's it. Yeah. But I don't know, guys. I guess it's just because of the pandemic. People don't have nothing to do, just bored to death and just make up all kinds of stuff. So, guys, welcome to my live, guys. Like I said, I'm just on here, just talking about any and everything. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment. Yeah. But I just came on just to try to see if I can go ahead and get my little hours because I need my little 2,000 hours. So make sure you go ahead and share these videos. Yeah, but a lot of stuff just don't make no sense. And I think Carlos King, he the one stirring up the pot. That's who's stirring up that pot right there. Carlos King. He know exactly what he's doing. Carlos ain't fooling nobody. He knows what he's doing. I promise you guys, Arionne Curry is going to be on that show. I promise you. Because she already said her son, if her son is not on there, trust me, she if her son come on there and she's not on, no way in the world, which I don't blame her. You got to, that's a package. You got to take both of them. Yeah. But only thing that I can say when it comes to Arionne Curry is to go ahead and hire her a bodyguard because, girl, you're going to need it. Okay. Because as you can see, these people are very obsessed. Yes. And look like they would do any and everything. Yeah. So guys, I'm just trolling. That's all I'm doing. Just see what all this they saying. Someone says karma don't miss and come in different forms. Well, you know, like I said, they did what they did, and there's nothing else you can do about it now. But just move on, get on with it. I just started this show. I'm season 2. This is Peasants. That's what Martell had called her, a peasant. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm. Someone said, I wonder if that was before or after she kept going live in a dark club. She looked like she was having a good time. She was enjoying herself. And quite obvious, she had a lot of friends with her because some guy had put $100 in her hand to buy her a drink. So, I think she had people out there that had her back and wouldn't, let her go out there and fight or get beat up because she was with friends. It's just people just trying to have something to say. But like I told you guys, I am team right. I don't pick a side. It is what it is. All this right here, what you see is part of life. Mattel and Arionne, they are not the first and they're not the last. But you didn't hear it from me. Karma make her roundness. But why though? The girl already said that she doesn't fight, so I'm not understanding. I don't even think that girl gonna go out there and fight. And if she did, trust me, we would have heard about it. It would have been on the shed room. Dang, Martell having a long week. Karma spinning the block while I'm need more wine. I don't know. So, guys, how you feel about it? Hi, Frida. How are you? How are you doing, Frida? Yep, I'm just here, just trying to pass my little time because I don't really have too much to talk about. So I'm just talking about Bishop Whitehead and going back and talking about Arionne Curry and Martell Holtz, which, like I told you guys, that's just a publicity stunt. I don't think this stuff is real. Arionne is laughing all the way to the bank. Yeah. So guys, I'm surprised y'all now watching Real Housewives of Atlanta. Because the day is Sunday. Oh, I forgot my crowd. This right here don't watch Real Housewives of Atlanta. Yeah. What she said. Mm-mm-mm. But yep, guys. Frida, she's still cooking. What are you cooking, Frida? Frida been frying that chicken for almost a whole hour, guys. Yeah. But I don't really have too much to talk about. So, guys, if y'all have any question to ask me, to pass up my time, go ahead and ask me some questions because I really don't have too much to talk about. Not at all. And I don't watch reality shows that much, but in order for me to sit there and try to get my channel monetized, like I said, drama sells, as you can see. So I might as well to start watching it. But when it comes to Real Housewives of Atlanta, I'm not giving Bravo any of ratings. So if I'm gonna watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, I'm gonna go ahead and watch it maybe the next day because I've been stopped watching that show ever since that Nene, they got rid of Nene. I haven't watched that show since. Yeah. Frida, it's almost nighttime, girl. Y'all eating really late. She said she's still cooking. Yeah. But guys, like I sit there and say, I don't know. These people is full of drama. But time is going to tell because I think all this right here is just a publicity stunt. But if they're going to go ahead and use Arionne's name, then go ahead and add the girl to the show. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, it's 8 o'clock my time. Yeah, I forgot you took 2 hours behind. Yeah, so it makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense. So did you hear anything about Arionne Curry getting beat up? Would you know that's not true? These people just doing that, just trying to sit there and have something to say. I mean, they love Mel. They're riding out for Mel. Wow. And don't know what was going on in these people's homes. These people probably were sister wives. I don't believe Miss Wanda was telling a lie. I think Miss Wanda was telling the truth. Miss Wanda said there and said, Mel, she knew about all this stuff. She knew that Martell was still seeing Arionne Curry. Mel even went to Arionne Curry's house, which I wouldn't have never went to her house and talked to her because that's your husband. And the only way that we're going to be able to find the story is that they got to go ahead and add Arionne Curry to that show so she can tell her side. If not, stop using her name. If I was her, I'd get a cease and desist letter where they cannot use my name on that show. Nobody couldn't use my name. That's what I would do. But what she need to do is come on YouTube. She said she was going to start her channel. When she got a channel, go ahead and start telling your story. Which I don't watch these reality shows, but I'm just having something to talk about because, like I say, drama sells. But I take the foolish things of this world to confound the wise. And this is where people at. People is in all that drama. They love drama. People thirst for drama. Yeah, you're right. They smart. They don't say her name. And they better not say her name because each time that they use her name, just like Nene did, Nene said that if they use her name on Real Housewives of Atlanta, she was going to sue them. So they couldn't use Nene's name. So I guess they're going to call her coleslaw. If I was her, I'd go ahead and get that name patent where they couldn't even use that name. Because we know exactly who they're talking about. But like I said, I really don't know too much about the show. I'm just like Frida. I'm catching up on the reruns. That's what I'm doing. I'm catching up on the reruns. I say everybody's talking about this stuff, so let me see what's going on because I am sick and tired of talking about Nature Boy. I done got enough talking about him, which I think this well, I think he's next month. Well, you might well say this month is almost out, where he's either he gonna take a plea or he gonna take it to trial. I don't know. So I guess I talk about Nature Boy a little bit, since I know that he's going to up for a plea or whatever he's gonna do, which most likely he might as well go ahead and take that plea because these people, trust me, the state is gonna not the state, the feds, they most likely have something on him if it had went to the grand jury. So I really, like I said, when it comes to these reality shows, I really don't know too much about these reality shows. I'm just like Freedom. I'm catching up. I'm watching the reruns, and to me, it's very interesting, especially when you know exactly you can keep watching it as long as you can. So that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm watching the reruns. Frida says she cooked chicken wings, cabbage, baked sweet potatoes, and hot water cornbread. Girl, that sounds like some southern cooking. Yes, indeed. That's my kind of cooking right there, girl. Yeah, you can come up. Ooh, it's hot. See if I can go ahead and change my green screen because I don't think she know anything about these people. Yeah, but it is hot, guys. I am sweating my tail off. Yeah. So, guys, let me know. Make sure you guys let me know what you guys want to talk about. Because like I said, when it comes to television, I do not watch that much television at all. I like to watch real life issues, and I know you guys don't really like talking about real life issues. You know, well, some of my people do. Hey, Miss Frida.
Hello, hello. I'm looking rough, so I ain't gonna be
Huh?
camming. I said I'm looking rough, so I ain't gonna be camming up. But I see you looking all nice and pretty. What you doing?
Thank you. I went visit my sister today.
Oh, how's she holding up?
She's doing real good.
Oh, good,
Yeah,
good.
I went visit her today. She got a lot of family and friends around her, so
Yeah, they be real strong on the
y-
first week. Then after
yeah,
that,
oh
2 or
yeah,
3 weeks, that's when she gonna need y'all.
yes. When the people is gone, and it's quiet, just her, in that house, her and God. But I'm praying that she's gonna hold up real good, because
Is she really, really spiritual? Like, I don't mean religious, but I mean, is she like she's a spiritual person?
yeah,
Like, really?
yeah, well, she's she goes to church, but she's not, at that,
I
she
mean,
gonna
like,
get it together.
is she at that stage in her life of faith where she has to accept the things that she can't change and
Yes,
understand?
yes, yes, yes.
Oh,
She has accepted that. She knows that he was suffering,
right. Okay,
and
that's what I mean.
yeah, she knows that he was suffering, and she don't want to see him suffer
Right,
like
right.
that.
That's what I
So,
said.
and she
They
made
get
her
that.
peace. Hmm.
Somebody just told me they got me a round trip ticket. I got a round trip ticket in a rental for less.
You got a round trip ticket.
That's my son telling me, but he ain't telling me he gonna pay for me. See, he
Uh
going
huh.
down there next weekend to his daughter's birthday, so he
Oh,
gonna let
okay.
me know how much he paid for his round ticket and for. But he ain't say, Mom, I'll pay it for you though. But he letting me know, So that's that
Mm-hmm.
middle one anyway.
Oh,
He
okay.
ain't like my baby and my and the oldest one.
Yeah.
They're for me.
Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's where I
So
was today. I'm
so
trying to
yeah,
get. Hmm.
I was talking about your sister. Yeah, that's what I meant. Is she, is she wise enough to accept the things?
Oh yes, yes, yes. She's very yeah. She has accepted everything. She knew that he's in a better place now because he was suffering too much.
I
I
wonder
just
if I can.
googled what a hot water cornbread is. Sounds yummy. She says she
You
just
want the
Googled.
salt?
Yeah,
You
that's
don't know
some
what
that's southern
hot
cooking
cake.
right there.
Right, whole cake. You don't know. I know you know what hot water cornbread
Oh,
is.
of course, yes.
Yes.
Which I haven't made it in a long time. My mom, she made, well, she not my mom, my grandmother, she used to make it. Yeah.
Can you take the
Y-
lemon pepper in there that I put in there?
What you put in
Okay.
it?
I was asking my son to take the lemon pepper that I put in the fried chicken wing. You can
Oh,
take it with
okay.
you? Okay.
That's what I want to do too. Once cuz I say maybe about this next month I'm gonna go ahead and start my diet, and I'm gonna start I want to know if you want to be a part of it, because Noel and I was talking about doing this. What is keto? You ever heard of that?
I don't think I've heard of that. There's some kind of diet.
Yes, KTO, keto.
Oh, KETO. I've
Yes,
heard it, but I
yeah,
never knew what it was. What is that?
it's a diet, so she and I was gonna prepare some meals and come on and do some cooking. That's what I really want to do, but I'm gonna start that once I go ahead and get my hours, because like I
Yeah,
said,
yeah, because it's a lot of cooking show and it take a lot to get started on, because
yes.
it's
So
so
once I get back monetized,
right.
that's my next plan, to go ahead and do that. And but I probably just go ahead and start now, because what we're gonna do is I'm gonna see who all want to go ahead and be a part of it. Girl, I need to show you some of my pictures, how small I was. Girl, I never ever had got this size. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna all weigh ourselves, and we're gonna see how, we're gonna do it at least for a whole month, and see how that keto if
Okay,
I'm
you can
pronouncing
count me in. But
uh,
what do it mean? Can we eat anything as long as we losing weight?
I'm gonna have to Google it. My doctor had gave me some papers about it. I'm gonna have to find.
I want to,
But since I'm renovating my house, is everything is all scattered all over the place.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
want to do a fruit. I want to do a fruit maybe for 10 days, and then
a
the other
fruit.
day,
What a
yeah, like
fruit?
with fruit and just vegetables,
Yeah.
a,
Um.
a small
Yeah.
amount, because
Oh, okay.
I will get sick easy without something in my stomach.
Oh, okay. Would you like this green screen I have up here?
Let me see. Oh
You
yeah.
you like
I
it?
thought-
Because you
Yes.
still can't see my hair. You see how my hair is look like it's frying and
Right.
stuff. You see,
But
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 so
you
what I'm
got
gonna
a
do?
picture behind you. You got a
Hmm.
picture behind you though too.
It's a green screen. You can see.
Oh,
Huh?
okay.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
green screen. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and buy me a camera. Somebody said if I get a nice camera, I won't get all that frying, all that little frizzy, whatever you
Sizzling.
see. Yeah, because you can't
Sizzling.
even see my earrings either.
Yeah, I know. I don't see the earrings, but
You can't see I have earrings
I
on.
can now. Now that you, yeah, I can see now.
Yeah,
But when you first
yeah,
said it, I couldn't see them. But
yeah,
yeah, it was nice though. It was really nice.
yeah. Yeah, it's a green screen. So like when I do like when I talk about the people or whatever, I can
Hmm.
go ahead and just post it and it just show up on the back where I won't have to just use, clips or anything.
Let me know too if I sound too far back or start, because I got the speaker on while I'm cooking, but I can turn it off. I
Turn
just
what
hope y'all
off?
the speaker. Do I sound like I'm distorted
No, you
or
sound you sounds great.
okay, great.
Yeah, I'm trying to see the name of that diet is called I'm trying to see how to pronounce it. I think it's called
Hello, hello.
keto, huh?
Yeah, I
What is
never heard
called keto? I think it's called keto.
Keto, keto,
What?
keto, keto,
Yeah, keto.
keto. Dang, why my cornbread keeps sticking? Damn it!
So how did you make your cornbread?
You just put cornmeal. You just put cornmeal, and some people use a little flour, but you just put corn and you boil your hot water and put a little salt in there if you like it a little sweet, which I do. I like mine a little sweet. You can add a
Hmm.
couple tablespoons of sugar to it, and some people add a little butter before they add the boiling hot water to it. It's simple like that. Just stir it up to it like a thick consistency and get that grease. It's got to cover the bottom of the pan. Get that grease super hot, and when it gets super hot, just make you some balls and like flatten them out like pancakes a little bit because it's got to be stiff. And and that's it. Cook them about 2 or 3 minutes on each side. They done.
You bake it or you put it in the oven? Because
I put
I
I
used to put mine's on the stove. Mine's on the stove in the
on
hot.
the stove.
Yeah,
Yeah, in
yeah,
hot grease, real hot grease. Cover the bottom of the pan,
yeah,
real
and
hot.
very hot grease.
Yeah, and when it's when it's splashing and when you test it, then you put it in there, and then because the hot water really cooks it.
College said with the keto diet, one cannot have any carbs. Said you cannot have any carbs with that diet.
You can't have what? Oh, I
No,
can't live without my Coca Cola. See,
well,
that's I I slow down, but long as I'm losing weight, though, I should be all right.
yeah, yeah. As long as you're losing weight, yeah. But shoot, I'm retired now. Shoot, I go in the shop every now and then, so it makes no difference. Yeah.
Yeah,
So, what you think about? I know you don't watch Love and Marriage in Huntsville. You don't watch that show, right?
I've never seen not one episode of
You
that.
know, watch one episode,
Never.
but
I've never
but
seen.
still of all, give me your opinion. What do you think about? Okay, if your husband stepped out of your marriage and he end up with another woman, okay,
He
and
what?
huh, he have a
You
mistress
cut
on the
off.
side. Hmm.
You said he step out and what happened? He got
Well,
a
let
mixed
me
on the
let me tell you. Let me tell you what happened. Okay,
okay.
so if your husband and you guys split up, you leave and you go and find your apartment, okay,
Okay.
and a man gonna be a man, right? He end up with the mistress who the wife had left
Him
him
about.
for, but
Oh,
but
that's a
they
no
end up
no.
together. But then she decided to come back after they what it was said when she wanted to pitch this show to Call Us King. And I'm gonna say allegedly, but that's what was told to me because the same guy that's trying to pitch my friend a reality show is the same one that knows Melanie real well. Okay.
Okay.
But what happened was Melanie came back to her husband, but he still was with the mistress. But
Oh well,
he went back to Melanie. He went back to Melanie
he went
because
back to his wife.
he went back to his wife because he wanted his family back together.
Okay, but he wanted his cake. He wanted his apple. He wanted his cake, and he wanted to eat it too. Is what you're saying?
Well, what happened was he said that I guess they went to counseling and they was trying to work it out, but he said it was that the feelings was still there
For the other girl.
for the other girl. So what happened was during the pandemic, he slipped out and went back to her.
Well, you know what? Who do he really love then? Her. I mean, he willing to give up everything for a mistress that he want to work it out with his wife, but he's slipping back with her. That don't sound like he. That sound like he still want to do the same thing.
But
And see,
they end up divorced now after like the show aired. But she ended up having a baby, knowing all this stuff that had happened
oh, she had a baby by the married man.
by her husband. Well, both of them had the baby
Oh,
now, but I'm just
oh, okay.
saying
The wife had the baby by the husband.
both of them. The mistress had a baby too now. Both of them
Oh,
have a baby almost the same age now.
oh my goodness. Mm. So he just
Oh
playing
my
that game.
God,
He's
huh?
going back and forth. Is he playing that game, going back and forth, or is he just taking
Well,
care
they
of the child?
divorced now. He's divorced. His wife, they divorced now.
Okay, so they ain't back hanky panky or nothing.
Well, I hope not. But
Is
still of all, the people still trying to hold that drama up. So I'm
he
saying
hanky
that if
panky
they
with the
divorce,
mistress
just
though?
go ahead and go your separate ways now.
Wait a minute, is he hanky panky with the mistress though?
Well, quite obvious they still together.
Oh, okay.
But still of
Mhm.
all, if you divorce with somebody, that's what I'm saying. People shouldn't even try to even compare them together now. Just let it go. But the thing about it is now, I think the reason why people keep carrying it is because now the husband he trying to get full custody of the children.
But you say he's with the girl though, right? He's with the
Well,
mistress.
I don't know if they're together or not, but they still, all of them still co-parenting. I guess they all see each other. It's just a
If they get,
it's
you
a
know what?
mess.
That's great. If they can get along like that, but so he's not with the wife no more. But they got kids about the same age, and they
Yeah, but
all
now he's trying to get full custody of the wife's children.
now. Why would he do that though?
Well,
I mean,
she's in an
haven't you
entertainment
heard of?
business. She's in an
Okay,
entertainment business now. She's on the road, and he more, I guess laid back, where he want his kids, in a stable home. He don't want them bouncing around.
well,
So
is it
so
because
I
maybe
guess he
that
figured that he
she
could
just got her a man or something now, and he getting a taste of his medicine? Could he be doing dirt stuff now?
well, I don't know if he's doing dirt or not. If whatever he do, he's a single man, so he do whatever he
He's a
want
single
now.
man, but if he's fighting for those kids for a good reason, or that's what I'm saying.
Well, he love his kids, but the thing
But
about it,
he done put her through enough now, so and y'all sharing the kids all night, all evening. You get them when you want to. So what's with the full custody thing here?
the full
Why
custody, I
can't
guess the full custody is because now, she's have a lot of business deals now. She got a lot of irons in the fire now. A lot of doors of opportunities are opening up for her. So, I guess that taking a lot of her time, where when it's her
Yeah,
time.
but if she's busy, okay, then give him the kids for a little while. But to go through the course and I mean, he's humiliated. I feel like this. You humiliated the woman enough, and now
Yeah.
you what you want everything from her. Now you want to take the kids and take them in there with you and your mistress. Raise the kids and stuff together. No, I don't. He started the whole thing. He messed it up.
Yeah, I think, yeah, because I, that's what I was thinking, the same thing too. I think they should both come to a common ground instead of fighting her for full custody.
Right, and
I
that's
think they
probably
should
him.
talk it out, because he put her through enough as is.
Probably can't keep up with her. See, so he's doing stuff to make her mad, to aggravate her, which ain't right.
Hmm.
Because if she's not a bad mother, and even if she is, why should women have to lose any and everything because we want to pursue something? Now, I'm all for a woman staying with her kids and stuff and raising them and seeing them out. But if that ain't what the woman wants, then I'm all for her not having to lose everything because she got with a loser that wanted something on the side piece and didn't know how to control his urges or his seed, just
Hmm.
passing on his seed, with another woman. That hurts.
Yeah, yeah, that hurt. And like I said, I've been on both sides, so I know it hurts.
It definitely does. I haven't, but I've been on the side where he fell in love, fell out of love, and then fell in love with me. But I wasn't gonna pour salt on that wound or nothing like that, because that's evil. To me,
Hmm.
he owed her. If he broke up their marriage and now he went on and got another baby and everything, made a baby while we were together, while doing our matrimony, he made this kid, and then we tried to make it, but he's still sneaking out seeing her. So we end up divorced. And now you want to take my babies? Now, if I want to give them to you, that's one thing. But for you to start fighting me in public haven't you did enough to me?
Hmm. So if the children are old enough, hey Monique, how are you? Speak to
If they
Monique.
can go, yeah. If they want to go, how old are the
Frida,
children?
Frida, speak
Yes.
to Miss Monique.
I miss Monique.
Yeah.
How old are
Well,
the
the
children?
kids are very smart. The kids
How
are
old
very
are they?
smart. I don't know how old her kids are, but I know she got one, I think like 10 or 11, but they are very smart and very intelligent.
So those kids should know who they want to be with then.
Yeah,
Talk to the kids if
and
they want
the
to stay with mommy.
oldest girl, and that's what I'm trying to say. The oldest girl, she's a daddy's girl, okay? And for him to sit there and say that, for Martell to come out and say that he wants full custody, I think that he passed it with those kids, and them kids probably want to be with him. That's how I see it, because I don't
So
think that he can order Sutton just take those kids without asking those kids where they want to be. So quite obvious, the
Come on,
kids
Will.
must have hold on, let me say this. The kids must have told him something that he didn't like for he
No,
to
not
go and get full
necessarily.
custody.
What them
Hmm.
kids told him, what them kids have told him is that mama been smiling, putting on makeup, and been going somewhere. That's probably what them kids told him. And he
Hmm.
don't like that. See, they can't take their own, they can't handle what they just out and stuff. So he can't do nothing to her because they divorced. Legally, she can date who she wants to, but now I can cause you sorrow. My daughter said you was out late the other night. You didn't come home, or this, that. We stayed with grandma because you had, so I know how dirty and low down men can be too.
Hmm.
If they sharing those kids equally and there's no problem and there's been no problem there, he don't need to upset taking those kids to court, asking them who do they love more, who do they want to be with, because that's how they feel when you say who do you want to be with, mommy or daddy. Come on, we
Hmm.
can share these kids. It ain't gotta be like that. Whenever you want them, come pick up these long haired kids looking like you.
Hmm. Well, see, I'm old fashioned, okay? I'm very old fashioned when it comes to my kids, the raising of my kids. We never really let our kids sleep out, okay? Uh, you know,
My kids never go sleep
my kids, I never had like, well,
and they
thank God,
hate me
my
for
business was
it.
my business was in my backyard. When I first started with my hair and stuff, that was in the backyard. So when it came to my kids, I raised my own kids. My kids would barely sleep out. I don't believe in that, having my kids sleep out. I didn't believe that. So me and my husband are more old fashioned when it comes to raising kids.
My kids still mad at me today about how strict
My
I was
kids
on
too.
them.
My kids too said we couldn't go nowhere, But
But
maybe they from the old, they, maybe they, my
maybe
tell
they
he
would be
like to
in the
raise
same
his
house
kids
if he hadn't stuck his
the old
dingling
fashioned
where
way. Huh?
maybe they would all be in the same house if he hadn't stuck his dingling where it wasn't supposed to be.
I
Because I look
understand,
at
I
things like
understand
that.
that.
And
Well,
I
I
know
understand that.
men can't take what they give out, okay? They cannot take it. I bet you any
Yeah.
money you see her moving on now, and now he want to find some way to unsettle her life. Leave
Mhm.
them kids alone unless they saying, Dad, we want to be with you. And I'm sure they were crying to their mom that hard and she's busy with her life, trying to get her life built and trying to be an entertainer. She would say, okay, if he's a good dad, go ahead on, y'all. But when I get here, y'all gonna spend some time with me. It don't even have to be no argument and fight. When you
Mhm. But if the kids, just say right now, because I'm pretty sure that when they come back on the show, they're gonna all talk about this, because I think that most of this right here are gonna be a part of their storyline. So just say if the kids decided, he come out and say that the kids, the one had made the decision that they wanted to be with their dad.
if the kids say that, then okay,
So
but
if the
still,
kids say that, but I'm just saying, no, let's talk logic. If the
but is
kids
it, but
came
is
out and
that other
said
woman,
that,
but is the other woman gonna be in the house beside
no,
Mister?
no, 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 they have separate homes.
Oh, okay.
But it might be a time where they probably get together, and which I understand what Mel, like I said, I understand what Mel is talking about, because
I don't know.
if
Mel can sit
she the
my
one,
life up.
if I'm with, so if my husband get back with the mistress who I know that had broke up my home, I wouldn't like that either. I would say you could be with any woman except that woman.
Now
You,
I
you
can't tell you to be with. You be with who you want to.
huh?
But
You be whoever
that's
you
how
want with, but to me, I wouldn't want to look at the woman that I know had broke up my home. So maybe Mel thinking like that.
But see, I won't want to look at him because you broke up my house. The woman didn't break up my house. I had no commitment with this woman. Didn't go jump no bridge with this woman, no broom or nothing. However they do it these days, go to the courthouse
Yeah,
like I did.
yeah.
However you do. That man broke up that woman. That woman, yeah, she's a little slut or something like that. And for knowing that man is married and breaking up a nice we can only assume that it was nice. She was okay with it. She didn't file for divorce. He get a mess, missus, get her pregnant, divorces his wife, and then get back with her, and can't stand to be without the other twat or whatever. So
And
no, I don't hold him. I say he's a problem.
And
She the
that's what I'm
problem.
trying, and that's what I look at it too. I look at
I
it,
don't
this
want to
is
look
how I
at
look
him.
at it. I
It
look
ain't
at
the
it,
only woman I don't want to look
yeah,
at.
you don't get mad with the woman and everybody wants to put all the entire load on the woman. You cannot put the entire load on the woman because you cannot make a grown man go out and step out
Nothing he
on
don't
his
want to do.
marriage if he don't want to
Exactly.
do it.
Exactly.
But
He was gonna
everybody
have his
is
cake.
sitting there, they sitting there hating on this girl when she's going out, want to threaten this girl, beat up this girl, sitting there pretty much bullying this girl on Instagram.
Yeah, I
You know,
mean, she needs to wear
really
that scarlet.
stalking. They really stalking this girl. Where if I
Yeah,
was
she
her, I
needs
would
to
hire me a
wear.
bodyguard.
You talking about the mistress?
Yes, I would hire her. I would hire me a bodyguard because they pretty much
And that's
stalking this girl and
bad.
bullying her on Instagram.
Yeah, she was wrong, and she should wear that L or that scarlet letter A
But
for
where
adult.
is somebody have to draw the line now?
Oh,
You
I just
can't.
said about him. I could look at her as him, who I wouldn't look at,
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
because
That's what
he's
I'm
got all
saying.
this for crap. And on top of that, now you want to take my kids. You done took my marriage. You done took everything that I thought, my dream, everything, and now you coming back to take the kids. You
And
better kiss
that's
my
how I look
back.
at it. That's how I look at it. I look at it just like that. I said, because first of all, you cannot make a man go and do. A man is a man. He's a grown man. So if this man go out and he step out of his marriage, then you can't hold the other woman for it. You can't get mad with the other woman. Now, yes, she was wrong because she should have said, "Oh, you're a married man. I'm not going to mess up your home." But a young woman, they're not going to say stuff like that, especially when they don't have nothing. This girl was
They ain't
young.
got no morals. No, they not gonna say nothing. They been
No,
doing.
because this girl was young and she was in college and she was a single mother already. So quite obvious, if she see a man that's sitting there, doing good for himself and seeing a wife living large, quite obvious, she's looking at this man's wife and say, "I want that life as well." So quite obvious, she gonna do whatever she take, but that's where the man gonna sit there and draw the line. But when
But
he
see,
didn't cut it off, he
you can't.
continued allowing it to go where he feel that he figured out that he can take care of two wives at the same time.
Well, you see, he can't. But
But
yeah,
now the kids now, okay, you done messed up your lives, but you can't mess the kids' lives up. So now
right.
that's where they got to come to common ground, and which quite obvious, I know is tearing the kids apart because they used to seeing both parents in the home. But when Mel had said that she was out of that home long time ago, so I said, well, they used to, having split parents, co-parent.
Yeah, they didn't want the public to really know that, what was going on, which is hard like that when when you a celebrity and stuff, and then people all in your business and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But from what I hear, and I don't know neither one of them, but from what I hear, she didn't just step out of her marriage. He stepped out of it. So
Mm-hmm.
and the girl who he stepped out with is going to get hers too.
Mm-hmm.
But she didn't she didn't have no commitment with him. Now she stepped in a family and broke up a family, and she's going to pay for that. But he broke up his family, not her.
Mm-hmm. This is what I think. And like I said, this is my opinion, and we all have opinion at the end of the day. This is what I think. I think when she left out of that house, and she got her own apartment, she got into a relationship. He put her when she decided to come back home, he recorded the conversation, and which that's how he found out that she had somebody else. She didn't know if she did fellatio or whatever she did to him or whatever, but he recorded it. And once he found out that she was with somebody else, he figured that, okay, that made me, go back
Right.
to
Yeah.
the other woman because a man, they can dish but they can't take.
All he heard is a conversation and his little
Yeah,
feelings
that,
is
that she
hurt.
was
He
with
didn't.
somebody else, and he probably said, "Okay, she was with somebody else. Then, well, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and
He don't know that.
keep my side piece, because
But
you
he
know
don't.
how men is. Men could sit there and they could do all kind of things, but the minute you do it, then they got so much
But
to
but
say.
a woman has been with a man for a while. It's not easy for us as soon as somebody come along to drop our pants. Now we will tee and giggle with that man and different stuff, but because we need that attention that somebody really like us, even if they pretend, you know. But a man, you know, the dirt that he do and everything, break up the family and everything, you know, for a side piece that he end up with, and then she probably most likely don't want him, and so now, um, the wife is gonna say, "No, you don't hurt my feelings enough. We're not gonna do this." And she probably cheating and giggling with another man. Might not even have sex with him because we ain't too quick to lay down with another man, you know. Especially
Mm-hmm.
if we still love our husband, you know, and want to see this work. But you know, sometimes you will play payback, you know, and then
Mm-hmm.
that's when you get caught up. But no, she didn't break up that wedding, her his marriage. He broke that marriage up. Was she wronger than two left shoes? Yes, but he was even wronger.
Yeah,
He
but the
left
thing
her
about
right
it
in that
is that
bed and
the
didn't
thing.
even know if the heifer had AIDS or not. You going up in this heifer raw? Come on, how
Mm-hmm.
much sense do he got?
Mm-hmm. But Miss Wanda, she said that she think that they, they both knew about each other and they were sister wives. Where it's like, and I'm gonna say allegedly, but I guess Miss Wanda trying to say that Melanie, she didn't mind sharing her husband with the mistress.
Miss Wanda.
Miss Wanda, this is all a part of a reality show. Like I say, drama
Oh,
sells. So
that's the mistress. So Miss Wanda, the mistress.
No, Miss Wanda is she's just somebody that loves to put her nose in everybody's
Oh,
business.
I
But
was
she's
say, how
saying
did she know?
because she's saying that it was in a relationship. He was in a relationship with his mistress for 5 years, and saying Melanie, she knew about all that.
Yeah, Melody probably was saying, you know, at this point, I got to, I'm not gonna give up right now, you know,
Mm,
and that's the mistake we make. As soon as you find out that they cheating, you go about your business right away. Let them know I'm not standing for this, even though you don't want to leave and it's hard to leave, and you afraid to get your butt up and leave. If it ain't enough but 2 weeks, like I did, when I find
mm,
out that if we weren't even married, and I found out. But he was just getting out of his divorce too. So
mm-hmm.
he's feeling a little oath and everything, but still, I found out about it, and I said, you need to go. Just you ain't been to work. I know you ain't been to work. You need to go. Bye. And me and him, yeah, we that night on, we got back together 2 weeks after that, though. You know, because one thing I wasn't his wife. Number two, he had just got out of 18-year marriage and trying to sort oaths and stuff, but only thing my thing was with him, he would have had a fit had I did that, you know. So had it been me that he caught me even giggling on the phone with, he'd have been just turned over dead, you know. So he's doing something that he can't take back, and he
Okay,
understood that.
look, okay, all right. Let's go ahead and talk about this part. Just say right now, if you knew already that your husband had a mistress and nothing was taken out of your home, he treated you like a queen, but he still had a mistress, and you knew about that mistress. You knew about that mistress, and you said, and I'm just saying a legend. You told him, "Okay, I know about this mistress, but
You know,
loans nothing come out of my home."
what I'm gonna tell you, that's a betrayal to me,
But if
and
they
I
said
can't.
they came into agreement with that,
Yes, they came into agreement with that. That I know you cheating on me and stuff,
no,
but
it's
I'm a,
no
I,
longer it's no longer cheating no more, because if you came in agreement with that you can have your mistress, loans nothing come out of my home, then
but
you
that ain't
be
in your
good.
vows though. But that you can have another woman. But
What
okay,
happened?
well, a lot of women do it. They know their man is stepping out on them. They even know their man had another baby with somebody else, and they tolerate that mess. I'm just gonna tell you, I'm this type of woman. I'm not tolerating it. I will not be number one. If you talk to me and ask me, do I want to be number one? I'm gonna tell you hell no, and go on with her and get you with somebody else. Somebody who's gonna pay the fee. Because when I find out that you're going up with somebody else and me, then I'm not gonna do it. It ain't gonna work
Mm.
like that. You're not gonna touch me and her too. You can't love
Mhm.
two. You gonna hate one and love the other. So you make your choice, and don't be long making your choice. Because if I hear telling you which the chick, she yours. I'm gonna make it for you. See, that's
Yeah, but
already been.
see, we living in a world now, Frida, that love is on and any and everything
Yeah,
gone
but it don't
goes.
matter. It's about you. It's about you,
But
and
you
you let
see,
somebody step on you.
people have lost all those values. Just look at this world right now. We living in a world
Y'all,
that any and
but I'm
everything
not gonna join
goes.
it. I'm not gonna join the world. I'm not gonna do it.
No, I'm
I
not
think
saying. I'm not saying. I'm talking about this stuff that we're talking about right now. I
I
mean,
can do this
these people
myself.
have compromised so much stuff now where they are nothing about tradition no more. They don't have nothing. They probably don't even know what water cornbread is. You see where I'm going with this? They so far, out of tradition now where they just testing everything. That's why the Bible said that the Most High God have turned them over to a reprobated mind, because these people, they do any and everything these days.
That's
If
because
you can sit there.
just like you quoted to me, would it be okay if your house was taken care of and he had another woman taken care of? See, because we are allowing this, we are saying this is
Mhm,
okay. And so men are getting away with it because they're gonna find a woman. They probably could find three women to know that he's going in between them. Because they don't think that much of themselves. But once I found out that you cheated on me, uh, you didn't have to say nothing. Now,
mhm,
what you did do is beg me for 2 weeks straight on your knees. But
mhm,
even if we had a 6 month, no, we had a year old baby at that time when I found out. I
mhm.
don't even think he was a year, and no questions asked or nothing. And I was gone. In fact, he was at my house. He had his own place, but I had mine too. I told him to go before I called him some names that he probably never forget, and that I don't want to call him in my state of madness. So he left. He didn't. He would call and ask, do the baby need pampers? Do the baby need anything? Do I want something? And stuff like that. And me and him had tickets to see Madeira when Madeira was still in the theaters in Chicago. And we had tickets, but we had broke up. And he told me I can have a ticket to go with somebody who I want to. I said no, I'll go with you. We can go to the theater
But what
together.
I think is, this is what I
You should
think. Not
have
to
saw.
cut you.
Hold on, no. You should have saw
Huh?
dude though. Back then, I said you should have saw dude. Back then, I was smoking cigarettes, and so in the break, you can go out in the lobby and smoke some cigarettes. You should have saw dude. I turned around, dude picking, but he know we still we still separated. So he know any chance that if a guy want to come up and talk to me, I'm free to do that now. Cause me and you, we ain't really on no date. We just bought these hotel tickets. $35 each. I think it was way back then, and that was in the 80s, late 80s,
Yeah, but let
almost the
me let me
90s.
go ahead and say this right quick. What I think is that we know that this right here, this generation is not like the generation that we grew up in, and they calling us old fashioned. And anything goes. They passing laws for this and passing laws for that. This is how I feel. When you get into this generation right here, which I wouldn't do it, but this generation need to go ahead when it's time for them to go into their vows. They should put all that in writing, because you're not going to find
It
these
is in
men these
route.
days.
It's
Do not
already
let
right.
me finish saying what I'm saying. You're not going to find these days these men right here that's going to be faithful like the ones back then. These men right here, they
If they
figure that
love
they can
you,
put
they
any and
will.
everybody.
If you mean the world to them, they will.
Yeah,
I
but
bet
I'm
you
just
that
saying,
one time
this is
my
what.
husband never stepped out on me again. He made me that promise. He said, I promise. I never will. He said, I don't want to hurt you like that ever
Mhm.
again, and I never will. And he had never again did it. I know he had. I don't have to warn against or nothing. So when a man loves you, you don't have to stand for crap.
But this is what I think. I think when it's time for these men today, they should make sure, because they're not going to take their vows very serious. It's best for them to sit there and say, "Look, we're going to go ahead and have an
I
open
don't believe that.
relationship." I
I
will
don't
put
believe
that in a
that.
contract. I will
I
put
don't
in
believe
before I say I do. Before I say I do with this generation, I wouldn't do it. But with this generation right here, I will put in a contract that, about open relationships. I would
That's
just do that.
already in a contract. That's already in a contract. You don't have to add nothing to it. They know what a
Mhm.
vow is. I vow to love you through sickness, through
They
health,
don't take their
through
vows serious no more. These people are so
yes.
far away from God now. These people don't take their
And
vows
it
serious.
wasn't just them. Have you ever heard the saying, you look like a milkman baby? My mama, a couple of them kids, is doubtful, okay? Just because back then, there was some holes back then, it's some holes in every generation. So I don't know why people say that. It's just
Mhm.
because now we have more choices and stuff. You know, we can get abortions, we can get, and people, like you said, the morality ain't there no more. So what? I
No,
break up
they
my
have
family.
they have
So
gone
what
so
if I
far.
break up? If I break up my beautiful family or so,
Mhm.
because and then because most likely a woman gonna let you get away with it. But I nipped it in the bud first of all. If you like me that well, then if you feel the need to stick it up somebody else, then you go ahead and do that. Man, you still gonna be friends. Man, you still gonna raise this baby together. But you're not gonna do me.
Mhm.
Now,
But
if you want somebody else, you go
these
ahead
men,
on.
this younger generation right here, they have no morals at all. Some of them,
I disagree with
some of
that.
them do, but
I disagree with that.
it's hard to
They
say.
not married. They not jumping up and marrying like we was and our mother that was. But there's
Mhm.
some little brothers out here. All of them ain't crooked. It just ain't no decent women out here to make them do right.
It
They
got
give it up
decent
too
women out
fast.
there. I think it got decent
Yeah.
women out there.
They
It's
might
just the
not be, or
fact
they
that.
wouldn't be cheating on them. If
Mhm.
if you cheating on them, then you worth losing. They worth
Mhm.
losing to you if you cheating on them. Because my husband told me you not worth losing. Ain't nobody out there worth me losing you. And he meant that. And that if they think that, then they not gonna even take that chance on messing up their marriage with you.
Well, let me say this. Let me say this right here. Martell did say that when he'll come home from work, he said he had to come home and bath the kids. He had to cook. He had to take care of the household, and she pretty much wasn't doing none of that. So,
So he's doing that now too, right?
hmm.
So that's what he's doing right now too, right?
Well,
He taking the kids and bathing them by himself and
he
doing
don't
all
have to
that.
bath the kids. He said he was bathing the kids till he felt no longer, he felt uncomfortable, because the kids
What
was
was she?
getting
And
older.
what was she doing? Painting her fingernails. What was she doing while he was
I don't
bathing?
know. I don't know. She never sat there and say anything about it. I would like to hear what she was doing when he said that. It's not like she sat there and said, "Oh, you lying." I never
He
once
married
heard her say anything. So quite obvious what he was saying was true. And then his mom, which the mom gonna always take up for the son, but
not me.
the mom has said that she used to look at how her son used to work himself to the bone, for his family.
Yeah,
So,
somebody maybe always gonna say that.
hmm,
Yeah, somebody maybe always gonna say that.
yeah,
I don't
their
believe.
parents gonna, they mom gonna
Yeah,
always
they
say
gonna
that.
take their side, but not me. When my son was wrong, I tell him they straight wrong. She should have told him when he was out there sticking his thing somewhere else that he shouldn't have been doing that. Now that's what she should have said.
But even if he had to come home and he had to take care of the household while she wasn't doing well, most likely she come home from work and she probably just want to go to bed. But when he come home from work,
Oh,
his time
so
didn't stop. But just say that but hold on,
she
Frida,
was working too. Was she
hold
working?
on, Frida, hold on. Just say if he did do all that, he did all the work in the house. You know, do you
Yeah.
think? I still don't think that gave him the right to step out. That's what I want
Of
to
course
say.
it don't. No, it don't. But was she
Doesn't.
working also? Because see,
Yeah, he the one. He the one. He used to. He had his own business. He used to do the lawnmower. Him and his family. They was in
okay.
that business, and
But she
cutting
asked him to
grass out
stop.
there in that hot sun. That especially in
If he had a business,
Alabama,
he wasn't
it's very
doing it.
hot.
Somebody else
Hmm?
probably was doing it.
What happened?
If he had a business, somebody else might have been doing that
No,
part
he
of
was
it.
cutting lawn. He was doing it himself, him and his brother. That was a family business. I don't think he was just sitting there under the tree and watching his family cutting grass and the
Yeah,
money was going in his pocket. Most, hmm,
if it was my business, I would. I have my family. Y'all working. Y'all do
Well,
the hard work.
if it's established, if it's established, yeah, because I did that. But like I say, you want hands on your own business as
But
well.
when you own your own business, see, you can stay home with
Yeah,
the kids
yeah.
and stuff. But
Well,
she
yeah,
got
that's
to
why I
punch
was
the
able
clock.
to stay home.
If she got to go in and punch an 8 to 10 hour clock, then you can't say, well, I had to come home. He had to come home. You was doing your part, Negro.
Hmm.
When you ain't cutting grass, yeah. If I'm at work, yeah, bathe them kids.
Hmm.
You don't get no hero cookie. See,
Hmm.
we treat these men like they're rare novelty or something, and they get away with this, that, and the other, because they have to do their share in the household, hands on. Like a lot of these dads, they ain't never been hands on. They'll come
Well,
in and
well,
pat
first of
them
all, this is how I look at it. I'm not going to emasculate a man, especially a black man. I
on the head. Got nothing to do
believe in.
with
I'm old fashioned, and I believe I'm gonna bath my own kids. I don't need nobody to bath my children. I'm gonna bath my own kids, and I'm gonna make sure that I have a clean house, and I'm gonna make
I
sure
I bet you my
that
husband,
I cook
my
my food.
husband sure paid this boy. My
Hmm?
husband sure paid this boy. My
What you
husband had no
say?
doubt paying this boy. And
Hmm.
I stayed at home a lot of the time.
Yeah, well, I have a good husband too, but I'm just saying, I'm gonna make sure, especially my girls, I'm bathing my own kids. I don't care who you are.
Well, I ain't got no girl.
I'm bathing my own kids. I bathed all my children. Now my husband used to bath them too. I'm not gonna lie, but still of all,
And my son bathed, my husband bathed my grandbaby when she came up here for the summer. She's 2 or 3 years old. He
mm,
would put her in the tub. That
nah,
ain't masculine.
I don't, ain't no everybody gonna sit there and bath my children. That's the bottom line.
Ain't everybody gonna do mine either, but I know my husband. I know my husband ain't gonna touch his
No,
granddaughter.
no,
I
I
know
don't
that.
think they're gonna touch them, but I'm just saying it's certain things that I'm not gonna emasculate a black man. I'm going
Well,
to make sure that I have if I'm sitting there in the house, I'm gonna make sure I don't want nobody in my kitchen.
call that a
I don't even
wonderful
really
man.
want
I
my
do not call
daughter in
that
my kitchen.
emasculation. I
Two
call
women
that a
can be in the
wonderful
same
man.
kitchen anyway. What you
I
said?
call that a wonderful man. I call it a wonderful man. Not emasculating because you can bathe your kids. That ain't emasculating no man. The
No, it's
man
not
told
emasculating, but I feel that if you home and you not doing nothing, why you can't
but
have
she's
a house
working. She
clean?
said she was working though.
No, I'm saying if the man on the outside working and you are in the home, no, the man shouldn't come home and have to cook and clean up and bathe
It's
no
vice
kid.
versa. If the woman is out working, she shouldn't have to come home and cook if he's
That's
at
true.
home.
Yes, I believe that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But if you at home, but
We
if
work
you
together
at
until we get this worked out. That's all I'm saying.
but if you at home and the man is on the outside, or even though if the man is at home and you on the outside working, then I feel that the man should have the house clean or whatever.
Help
But
around anyway. And
hmm,
start training them doggone help around the house anyway and start training them kids. That's the way my mama did us.
I trained
We
mine
did.
young too. My kids was trained at a very early age. But I'm saying if you have very small kids and you home all day and your man is outside working, then your man should not have to come home out of the sun, and work the 9 to 5 or however hours he worked,
If you
and
be
have to
like
come
that,
home and clean up and cook and bath my kids. Now, in that case, I would say
yeah,
I don't need a woman in the house,
if
huh?
you put it like that, but if she's at work and he's at home all day, because he got his business and he can be at home and stuff all day. Then he's supposed to help out his share. When she come home, she can did her 8 or 10 hours. She's tired just like him. She want to put her foot up and she want to cook meals.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah,
where she
I believe that.
compromised
I
at.
believe that. I believe that. But I'm just saying the way that he put it is that like she was home not doing nothing, and he
Yeah,
have to come home and
of
he
course.
had to cook and he had to clean up. He have to
So
bathe
that's
the kids.
so that's why he put his little wee wee in another woman because he didn't have enough stuff to do. See, bathing the kids and stuff still gave him time to go out and have a whole nother
Mhm,
woman.
mhm. I don't know. I don't know. Only thing
I,
I could
I don't give men no slack
no,
in the,
no, the only thing
like
that I can say, this is how I put it, and this is how I put it. I've been on both ends. And like I said, I know how women are. And I'm not going to
I
just sit there and just throw my marriage away.
I made it clear that you're not gonna step out on me and get away with it.
Mhm.
I made it clear.
Well, see, they have accomplished a lot of stuff. These people had businesses. They accomplished a lot of stuff. So all of a sudden, you're gonna sit there just because some joker came around the street and sit there and want to come into your marriage. You're supposed to just let it all go to waste.
Yeah, 'cause the women put up with that crap. 'Cause the first time I smelled perfume or anything, oh, you got another
It
woman?
doesn't. It doesn't work like. See, you have to
Well,
be in that
it
position
worked
in
like
order
that
to.
for me. It worked like that for me, and I didn't have Jack when I left my first one.
If you have $1 million businesses, if you know your husband have $1 million business, you working on these, y'all working on these contracts, and
Then
all
I
of
got
a
a
sudden,
million. Bye.
hmm.
Then I got if he got a million, then I got a half a million. Bye, bitch.
Well, people look at it different ways. People
Right,
look
because
at it different
I
ways.
think that much of myself. See, everybody can't do that because maybe they
Mhm.
was slutting around and they young age. But I was a virgin up until my first husband took what he wanted. And so, and I never belittled myself sleeping with men, sleeping with this and that one. So I put myself on a high, very high horse. And for you to get me, you got to come on with it. And
But this
anybody who don't,
generation, this generation is very weird. Even look at Will Smith and Jada and them, how they had an
oh my
open relationship, swinging and all this other stuff. You know, these people they does things like this. They share each other husbands.
had an open marriage, that's
They
fine
had
if you
yeah,
want.
they had an open marriage. People does things like this.
You want to burn in hell and all that, that's your business. But because you wrong ain't gonna make me do wrong.
But these
I
people,
move on.
these
I
people
move
they
on.
does things like this.
Hey, if I ain't what you want, if I ain't enough for you, bye.
Hmm.
Even if my feelings is hurt, bye. Like when I threw him out of there, this second one that I went now, that hurt my
Hmm.
feelings so bad. But I stayed strong. I said bye. Get this
Hmm.
stuff and go before I call you something you don't want me to call you. Bye. And
Hmm.
he knew I wasn't playing. He knew I wasn't playing. He knew not to try it again. If he was to ever get back, he knew not to try it again.
Hmm. But this generation, we live in a lost generation now.
Y'all make excuses for these people. These people don't have to
Hmm.
be lost. These people want to be. Y'all make excuses for these people and these men. These men don't have to be lost. They want to be lost. Them
Hmm.
our granddaddies and great granddaddies, they had them shit. You be finding out about. We had sisters 35 years, 40 years old. That's your sister. They
Hmm.
never did tell nobody. And with the men and with the women, they was having babies too that looked like the
Hmm.
milkman. But people just didn't say nothing. They just thought back then you could put your kid. I was born in Arnold, and I didn't even know that until I moved to this house right here. When the lady was filling out my husband's pension papers, he asked. She said, "How many last names have you had?" I said,
Hmm.
"Smith." And she kept saying, "No, there's one more. There's one more." I'm like, "No, no, how you gonna tell me I got
Hmm.
another?" She asked me. She said, "What's your mother maiden name?" I said, "Arnold." She said,
Hmm.
"Well, you were born." She said, "You were born Arnold." I said, "What the hell?" So they just made me a Smith. Okay, back then
Hmm.
you could just write a name, and back in that day you could do that. You can't do it now. The father have to sign and this, that, and the other, and this, that, and the other for it to be in their name and stuff. But back then you could just so everybody was a Smith, and two of us ain't Smiths. I can tell you that.
Hey, Angela. Hello, all. She says, jumping from
But
one line to another. Do you have
them
any
women,
questions? If you have any questions, guys, go ahead and post it. What you think about this Arionne and Martell and all this tanglement they have, and what you think about all this stuff going on. What I think is that they doing that to just open the door so she can come on that show.
I don't
And
know about
if it's not, then they should just stop using her, to promote that show. So, guys, if you think that they are only using Ariane Curry just to promote that show, let me know if you think so. If not, I don't know. But it doesn't make no sense because they're about to air that show in 2 more months. Well, you might as well say 1 month. So, and she did say that, if her son get on, well, her son is not going to get on without her. But I think that if you're going to talk about a person, then they have all the right to, even if they not mention her name, she have the right to tell her story, because you're not going to sit there and talk about me, even if I went I'm a mistress. you know Nobody sat there and held a gun. Montel did what he wanted to do. He's a grown person. So I feel that even if you know they talk about this girl, she have the right to tell her story, whether you like her or not. No way in the world I would have all these people coming up with all these lies telling my story when I can't tell my story myself.
That's
So
what she
guys,
did for
let me know what you think
marriage.
about it.
Is
Leave
that
a
the mystery?
comment and let me know what you think about it.
Is that the mystery you're talking about, Ariana, or whatever her
Yes, I'm
name is?
talking about the mistress. I feel that if you're going to sit there and talk about her, then she have the right to tell her story.
Both of them need to be talked about.
Huh?
Both of them need to be talked about, him and her.
This is that's what I feel. They sit there and say they don't want her on the show. Well, if you don't want her on the show, then you might as well
Right,
say
keep
get
her
my
name
tail
out.
off the show as well.
Or just keep her name out of it.
Yeah,
Just write her.
that's it.
You
That's
don't have to
it.
be in it. Maybe he's picking up his kid or something. You can maybe show that. But
so
yeah,
so just say right now, if he have a gathering and he want all his kids together, Arionne is not going to let her son come on, because she's not a part of the cast.
well, then she being spiteful. Then she knew that man had kids and family before she had one with him. She did that deliberately. Like you said, she's a college student, so
But I
she know
think that
everything.
I think that she should let her son eat, whether she's on the show or not. I think that she should let her son, because the money
Yeah,
that the
she
son
should
gonna
allow.
get, it can go towards his college tuition.
Right. Yeah, I agree with
I
that.
feel bad for the child. They are the victims in the situation. Me too. Me too. So that's why I say that the grown-ups need to sit there and put their feelings on the side. Because like I said, it's done. It's nothing that you can do about it. And it's like beating a dead horse over and over and over. It's done. So what could you do about it? You can't keep going on this girl Instagram
And
live
when you
and
find
threaten
out,
her, and you can't keep doing that.
and young
You
ladies,
know?
when you find out they cheating on you, even if you just, especially if you ain't even married them yet, especially if you ain't got no kids, let them go. If they love you, they
Yeah,
will come back and they will get you. If you show
Monique,
them, I'm not putting up with
let
no
me
mess.
know what you think about it. Guys, let me know what you think about it. Leave your comment, because this is how I feel. This is how I feel. And like I said, I am team right. I'm not picking a side. How I feel is done now. It's nothing that no one can do about it. It's over with. The child is here. Uh, we know about the mysteries. We know about all this stuff. It's over with. The divorce is over with. Now they need to put their feelings aside. The grown-ups need to put their feelings aside and come to some kind of common ground for the sake of the kids. Because at the end of the day, all you hurting now is the kids. You are hurting the kids, because now these kids, especially Melanie kid, well, Martell and Melanie kids, some of them are at an age right now when they go to school. You don't know what their parents are telling their kids, and come back and tell them, and they gonna come run home and tell their mom or and their dad that kids told me what happening, and that hurt those kids.
Well, we went through that as kids
I've
too.
been through it too, yes.
Our dad,
But see, our
right
life
down the street.
our life was not on display. Their life is on display. They are on a reality show. That's why when you do things like this, you have to think not just because of yourself, you
Yeah,
have
but
to
everybody,
also think of the kids, because all money is not good money.
everybody in our town knew him everywhere, so he didn't have to be famous. It still hurts the
Mhm.
same.
But still, of all money is not good money. So when they making those decisions to come on these reality shows with these small kids, knowing that these kids have to go to school, you being selfish. So that's why I say that, you know, these reality shows,
They
especially
don't
when it comes to black families, it's just to ruin black families. It's just to ruin black families. This stuff has nothing that's going to give God the glory about. Nothing.
they don't even think that far when they
But they
doing
don't
stuff.
think that far because the love of money, which the love of money is the root of all evil.
I don't think it got nothing to do with
And
money
they're
either.
going to be accountable for this, what you do for to them little kids.
Just he didn't lust
You
at that
ruining
moment.
those kids. And I don't give a care how much you buy those kids. You can sit there and do all this stuff for these kids, saying that I'm going and I'm doing this for my children. I'm trying to make it happen for my kids. Them kids not worrying about money. They worrying about love. Long as they have love, that's all they want. They see that they family together intact. They're not worrying about the long run. Long as they see that their parents are right there for them at that time. You have to enjoy those years because once those kids get 16, 17, them kids, they don't want to have nothing to do with you then. But while these kids are still small, you know, they need you. Those kids need you right now.
You're supposed to be the
And they're going
example.
to be held accountable for what they are doing to those kids.
And then you're supposed to be an example for your kids
The
anyway.
Bible say, train up a child in the way that they shall go, so when they get old, they won't depart. You have to train up those children while they are young right now.
And see,
But they
you know,
chasing after those papers. They chasing after almighty dollars.
that's the problem. People giving people too many excuses and then say
Yes.
the old days didn't do this, the older days didn't do that. We had more people then and we have some now. But most of the world is crooked and stuff and think about nobody but themselves and don't worry about the consequences of stuff. You know, it's what feels good to me in the moment and stuff.
Mm-hmm. And
But
these
then
days, these kids today are very cruel. In school, they are very cruel. Just look how they acting bullies on social media. Grown-ups acting like bullies. So imagine how the kids are at school. The kids look like they more grown up, more advanced than these older people. The older people are the ones acting like bullies. I mean, I sat there and I watched this girl Arionne live. And I mean, the entire time they was finding some kind of fault, talking about this girl, child, saying this child is challenged, saying something wrong with this child. Now you know good and well that's not right, and it was grown people doing that.
yeah, it's some evil. But see, they was hurt
Grown
as kids and
people.
stuff. And that's what it is. They was hurt as kids and stuff. And so that's what they do. They hurt other people and stuff. But see, it comes a time when you have to stop blaming your childhood on things and
Mhm.
stuff and
Yeah.
live right and wrong for yourself. You know what's right and wrong. And just because daddy did it or mama or somebody stepped out or something, still you know right from wrong.
Yeah. But the thing about it is that grown kids, I mean grown women, because you know it's not no men, grown women acting like children.
And
So
then he wanna
they
say,
sit
well,
there,
my wife was too tired when she came home from work, so I had to bathe the kids, so that's what made me step out on her. Come on.
but I'm talking about now. We done passed that. It's over with. They're divorced. They're out the house. Now he's trying to get custody to his kids.
And he
So
grown
he
himself
got he
too.
got he got a daughter. She's probably, I think she's 10 or 11 years old, and three of his kids are very advanced. So what I'm trying to say is,
So
I
what
know
that mean?
I know that he's not making those decisions by himself. He's not making those decisions by himself. So quite obvious for
I
him
believe
to
he
want full custody of his kids,
right.
for him to want
Despite
full
her.
custody of his kids, his children have to be saying some stuff as well.
If she's not mistreating them kids, if everything is working out, why would he want to upset this? What's going on?
The
Because
only
he
thing,
probably know that
let me
because
see
she
what
knows that.
college saying. She said, I just hope Mel isn't poisoning those kids' mind against their mom. What
He's
I
probably
think,
trying
this is what I think, college. This is what I think. I think Mel, like I said, they say, her mom was cheated on. her mom was in a nasty divorce. And I'm gonna say allegedly, but what they said, I thought they said on the show that her mom was in a nasty divorce. And by she seeing her mom, because you can see her mom is very bitter. She looked like a very bitter person. And all that stuff affect those children growing up. And it's you can see Mel's mom she's not a happy person. Mel mom is not a happy person. And you could see that she's sitting there just because she had a nasty divorce and the way she handled it, she think that her daughter should handle it the same way. And you don't know what they are telling, you don't know what's going on. Because Montel mom, Miss Marlene, she said, I love Mel to death. I'm not gonna say nothing bad about Mel because I love the Mel, and Mel is gonna always be my daughter-in-law. That's what Montel mom said. And she said she's not getting into their business, their relationships, which she don't. She said she mind her own business because she have her own life. So she said that she minds her own business because she have her own life. She's trying to say that Mel's mom, she don't have her own life.
I thought you said that the mom was sticking her. She was saying something about her son or something. I thought you just said that Mel's mom was saying something, was taking up for her son, saying something a little bit ago.
Not Mel, Martell. Martell's mom said she has a good son. And she said she's watched her son, and that's her story. She said what she want. That's her story. Exactly. She said she watched her son work his butt, his work himself to the bones. So that's her story. That's what she saw.
So that's the mom of the one who
she can say whatever she want to say about her son.
Right, but is that the one that stepped out on his wife?
Her son, yes.
Okay.
But she sat there and she loved her. She said she loved her daughter-in-law, well, ex-daughter-in-law now. She said she gonna always love her ex-daughter-in-law, but she's not gonna get into their business. She said because she have a life of her own.
She said she got a good son, but was he good when he was stepping out on his marriage and breaking up the family?
What she sat there and said, and she sat down and she said, that's what she said. What he did was wrong. She said because she loved Mel. And she said what he did was wrong. But she also said that she watched her son sit there and worked worked himself to the bones.
Oh, she watched that. But she didn't see the woman working hers to the bone, right?
See what?
She didn't see his wife working hers to the bone, right?
I don't know about all that, but I know the fact that a mom gonna always stick up for her children. So
that's what I'm saying. You saying what his mom said? What do her mom say about her? That she's a good girl.
Well, see, her mom. See, one thing about Martell mom, she don't like drama. You can see that she's a direct person. She's the type of person, whatever she got to tell you, she's gonna tell you right then and there, and it's over with. It's done. It's squat. But you see, that's why she don't want to get too involved in that show, because she said she don't want to get too involved in that show because she got a life. Mel mom is on that show, and Miss Wanda's Tisha mom is on that show. But you see, Martell mom don't want to be nowhere on that show. But when it's time for her to defend her son, yes, she's going to defend her son. What mother is not going to defend their son?
Me, right here. Your whole freedom right here. When you wrong, I tell you.
Yeah, you wrong. But like I said, they are divorced now. They are divorced now. It's not about you guys no more. You guys separated. It's not about you guys no more. It's about the kids. My thing now is the kids. Sorry, I meant to say that about the cheating husband. I don't watch the show. I am just trying to interact in the chat. Okay, college. She said she wanted to say about the other way around.
What
But
she
what
what she say? Wait a minute, because I'm waiting from the phone. Hold on, I can't.
mhm.
Sorry,
You
I
know,
missed it.
she wanted to say the other way around. She says, "Sorry, I meant to say that about the cheating
Oh,
husband.
right.
I didn't watch the
Me
show."
and college graduate. I don't know
Yeah,
either. I've never watched it, but I'm just judging him
yeah.
on his character. And then his
But
mom coming around saying how good he is, when he done broke up a
but
whole
quite
family,
obviously, gonna say
started
that.
a whole other family.
But what I'm saying now, Frida, this is the part you're not getting it. You're
Oh,
not
I get
seeing it.
it.
It's over with. The divorce. They divorced now.
Okay, because of him, though, right? And now he want to take the kids. That's what my point is.
Now it's not about them anymore. It's what's best for the kids. So that's the part that I'm trying to get to now is best for the kids. Now, by them going attacking the mistress now, to me that's being petty and it's being kind of crazy and stalkish.
Well, in a way, but the whole had it coming.
But still of all, you don't threaten nobody.
No, you
You
don't
don't
do
threaten
that.
nobody because you cannot make a man do whatever they want to do.
Because really, it was his. He the one, did that. So really, they should leave her alone. I mean, she deserved that A and that L. But
Mhm.
that he destroyed that marriage. She had no commitment between him or her. She was
Mhm.
wrong for stepping into that. And then when she fall in love and start her family and stuff, then somebody's gonna do the same to her. See, so she got that coming.
Well,
You don't have
it's true. It's true, but still, what I'm saying is, and like I say, right is right, wrong is wrong,
I'm not to make excuses for men. I never do
and
that.
I'm not trying to make an excuse for anybody. I'm team right. It's over with. It's done. Ain't nothing you could do about it. The child is here. The
Well,
child gonna be here
he needs to go
until
set his
he's in that
butt
child
down
life
somewhere.
until that child is 18 years old.
Exactly. And he needs to set his butt down somewhere. He did enough damage.
So the
And quit
thing
trying to
about
take
it,
that woman kids. Quit trying to take that woman kids. Don't they live in the same town?
I think she's trying to move to Atlanta, and that's another thing. They might not want to move from away from their dad so far away from Alabama to Atlanta. So maybe that's where that's where all the confusion at, and why he wants full custody of the kids, because now she ready to move to Atlanta.
Oh, my female polish coming on. Mm.
You see?
Well,
So
then, food.
guys, let me know how you feel about it, because like I said, when it comes to divorce, that's very nasty, very horrible,
I
because
hate a no good ass man. I hate one, okay?
huh?
I hate a no good ass man.
Yeah, but like I said, when it's divorce, when you going through a divorce, and especially when you have very small kids,
I have
it's
been through a
just
divorce.
crazy.
I have been through a
Angelique says what's best for the kids is Martell leaving the arrangement the way they are and not put them kids through more changes that they
right.
are already going through. So Martell need to fall back and drop it. So,
That's what I'm
okay,
saying,
okay,
Angela. That's what I'm
hold on, Frida. So if Melanie wants to leave and move to Atlanta, and Martell wants to stay in Huntsville, how that's going to work, guys? Go ahead,
He
Frida.
just changed his name down to somebody else and they would be together.
She already knows she can't move. He just want the bag. She said he want the bag. He don't want them kids. I don't know.
I don't believe he wanted me. I believe he done found out that she getting her little thing and somebody else dipping their little thing and now it ain't hitting him right. He don't feel so good about it. So now he want to make life uncomfortable for her.
hmm
If she's so busy, if she a good mom, she'll say, if he a good dad, okay, y'all going on over there and let me do my thing. But if that ain't what she wants, she done lost enough.
hmm
That's
So,
my opinion.
so you think that she just should just take the kids and go to Atlanta?
They have to work that out. One summer, it always you have to work that out. Decide, split the kids if they want to split up. If one want to stay with her, and one want to stay with him. is whatever best for the kids, really. But I think that especially them girls need to be with their mama.
Hmm. But the mom is now, she got a new, her new life now. She got doors open for her, and at her age, you're not going to get too many doors opening, like that. So while you have doors or opportunities open
Is
for
she
you, I guess you feel
is
that
she
she should
showing
go and
off a
bust
new
down each
boyfriend?
door. Hmm?
Is she showing off a new boyfriend and stuff like that?
I
Is
don't
she
know.
showing?
I don't know. Maybe when they come on in September, she might show a new love. I don't know.
I think she's too smart for that. See, men ain't smart. They do some dumb crap.
Uh-huh.
I think she's too smart for that.
So quite obvious, if she divorced, she got another friend.
Not necessarily.
Well, I don't. She's very beautiful. I don't think she's home, just going to work and just,
No, well, but
she
some
don't have
of
a
us is
social life. I believe she have a social
some
life.
of us is stingy. Some of us are stingy with our. We don't just let anybody just get into us. I've always been that person. You just ain't gonna ride me and get up and go your merry way. I've never been that type of girl. And so I'm just saying it ain't she might not be that type of woman either. To just jump in somebody because your husband messed up, then I'm gonna go run and jump with any old body.
Hmm.
She
Well, she had one when she left him the first time. She didn't know if she had fellatio or whatever she did with him. She said she didn't know what she did with him.
she
So
don't know.
yeah, because she had a relationship, and she said that she didn't have sex with him. She said something about she had
Malaysia.
fellatio, and she said she don't remember doing it. And that's when Carlos King had said, "You don't remember putting your mouth on somebody."
Right.
So quite obvious she's not credible as well as, I don't
You're
know.
supposed to be really drunk or
Angelique
you just
said the court already told her she can't move. She does what she need to do when he has the kids, and when she has them, she just spend time living her in her children, loving her children. But this is the thing that Martell have the problem with. Martell have the problem is that when she have gigs, she leave the children with the mom or leave with the brother, which he don't want the kids with the brother because the
what?
brother, because of his lifestyle.
What? What's wrong with the brother?
Well, he feel, he loved the brother, but he don't like the brother's lifestyle because he's married to another gay man, and he don't want his son, and his children around that.
Well,
Which that's
I
his.
don't know that. I got a brother. David had a gay brother that passed away a couple of years ago, and my kid, and when I went out of town, I got him because my gay brother was gonna make sure them kids ate, gonna make sure they was in the bed that I said, and he gonna spoil them too. He loves his nieces and nephews, but just because they gay don't mean they gonna mess with a kid.
Well, he
And
said he don't want his kids exposed around that. He don't want his kids knowing nothing about that lifestyle, and that's his right. That's his children. The
what
Bible
about
said
the
you raise your
kids
child
where
in
he
the
was?
way that you're
What
supposed to
about
raise them, and if he don't want to raise his kids around that alternative lifestyle, that's his
Okay,
business.
well, I'm
That's his
fine with you, but
children.
don't get all wrong on your high horse on one thing. You wouldn't have stuck your thing in a whole nother
Well, it's
woman,
done.
made a
It's
whole nother
done.
baby,
So it's
and made a
done. What
whole
you can
nother
do
baby.
about it? That does whatever these grown-ups did in their life,
That's what I'm
it does
saying.
not affect their children. I did a
Your
lot of
kids,
stuff in my life, but that does not mean I want my children to go through the same thing I did. I want my children to do better. So
well,
if I'm raising my children, if I don't want my children to be wherever my children, I say I want my children at, that's where my children gonna be because God gave those children to me to raise those kids.
gave it to both of y'all.
Yeah, so if he gave them to both of us, I still have a say so of what's gonna happen to my kids. If
So
I
if
don't want my kids being around
so,
certain people, my kids
so
better
like
not be around
like
certain
I used to
people.
tell, my brother, don't. I love you, but please don't bring that to my. Now, if y'all coming as a friend or something, but my kids don't have to know that you two men are sticking together. If you want to, if you want to come by and see us or something, and you have another male friend with you, my kids don't have to know. But and then again, if the uncle is there and don't have a man there laying up in the bed with him, now I can understand that because I don't want my youngest to see it too. I don't even want to see two men laying up in the bed, two women either. But if just because he's gay, if that other man ain't there with him, then yeah, I think they should be able to spend time with their uncle. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
But
And
he
her
said
mother,
he said he loved his brother-in-law. He don't have problems with that, but he just don't want his children staying there.
well, they ain't coming to live there or nothing. They coming to what? To stay an
Sleep,
hour or
just no sleep.
two.
Like if
Is the
she
other
have
gay guy
like
there?
just say like if she have a gig in Atlanta, instead of getting her a hotel or whatever, she gonna stay at her brother house. But if she have to go
Right.
somewhere, she gonna sit there and leave her kids in that house. And Mattel, he you know he don't want that.
Well, I'm sure she didn't want him to have another baby with another woman either. So,
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
true too. Like I say, people just gonna have to think when you make stupid decision, this is what you get. You know, when you think about just yourself, is when you have kids, it's not just about you no more. When you say I do, it's not just about you no more.
really?
You know, because you affecting everything that is attached to you.
Yeah, he
And
can get
as you
off.
can see right now, it's going to affect those kids. No matter how you try to shear those kids, it's going to affect those kids. So you have to be careful, you
I don't
know.
like on their high horse once they done did all the wrong they can do though. I just don't like it.
Angela say he's being a hypocrite.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, but like I said, you know, it's not until kingdom come. It's not over until God says it's over. You know, we all make mistakes.
Just
You know,
because he
it's
can, because he probably knowing he made a big
Star say
mistake.
I don't Art Star say I don't watch the show because of him.
I don't blame him. That's the only reason why I wouldn't watch it. Because see, I know his type.
Hmm.
And then he gives women that feel sorry for him and stuff. So you know, he's doing what he's supposed to be
Hmm.
doing, helping raise his kids. You know,
Hmm.
oh, that's a good man. No, you ain't no good man. When you're a good man, you stay in your
Hmm.
marriage.
Hmm. Now this is what Melanie said. Okay, this is what Melanie said. Melanie said that when he was home, he always brought her flowers. When they go eat out, he always pulled out the chair. He always opened the door. He always treated her like a queen.
Yeah.
So she
And he was
never really was liking for nothing in at home because when
he was
he
treating
was
other ladies
home,
the same too. When he went and
hmm,
brought her when he brought her lingerie, he went and brought his other woman one too. So
but what she's saying is this is what she said. So
they do
he
that
was
when they feel guilty. Don't you
yeah.
know that, baby? They do that when they feel guilty.
Hmm.
They come home with roses and candy and all that stuff. They feel guilty.
Hmm.
You better
Yeah.
learn that. They just pop up with roses here, sweetheart. They cheating. That ain't in their style. That's our style to think of our man. Go get him something that you
Hmm.
know that we think he would appreciate and stuff. Men don't do that until they done slipped up and did something.
Hmm. Well, this I got 30 more minutes, so this is how I'm gonna go ahead and turn it. I'm gonna try to turn it. This is what, like I said, we all looking from the outside in, and when it comes to this generation right here, this is a lost generation right here, and people don't have people is very cold hearted. And this generation right here don't want to listen to nobody. They think that we don't know what we talking
Because they
about.
know they're all hypocrites. That's why. Because that everybody hypocrites. They won't say what they didn't do and did and this, that, and the other.
Hmm.
They won't be so judgmental. And they wouldn't be like they is if it wasn't for us.
Hmm.
We gotta take responsibility somewhere around here.
So this is how I look at it. I look at it this right here is
We
that
just don't talk bad for no reason.
this is how I look at it like that. A real man is gonna do right by the kids. Now, yes, you made a mistake, and it's not until kingdom come.
Anybody's wife. Anybody's wife. A real man
Mhm.
gonna do right by his wife.
But no, listen to me. This is how I'm going to close it. A real man, or you done made a mistake, and if he ever go into another relationship, I pray to
Oh,
God that he learned from his mistakes.
oh, stop slipped and tripped in your little vagina. I'm sorry.
I pray that he learned from his mistakes. and he do right by his because the Bible says that a righteous man falls 7 times and he gets right back up.
Everybody know him right now.
Huh?
Yeah, he gonna do right now because he has to. If he want
So
to get something right now, but I don't know how many times a man slipped, but seven times. But no, not with me,
mhm,
you know.
mhm.
You slip your butt right on into darkness somewhere.
But this is how I look at it. I look at it right now is that it's done. It's nothing that you can do about it. Just make sure you take care of your kids and also take consideration of what you did to your ex-wife, because if I've been in Mel's shoes, so I know. Only person could tell it the ones that been through it already. I chose to stay in mine, and like I said there and say, all what they done, it happened to us, okay? But what I'm saying is, it's not
Wait a
tell,
minute, wait a
it's
minute.
not tell King, it's not
You
over.
got your husband. You got an outside kid. You got an
Is
outside kid.
excuse me.
Your husband got an outside kid.
I'm not getting into all my business,
Oh, okay,
okay?
all right,
But
okay.
what I'm saying is, we all said there, we chose to do however we want to do it with our lives.
Okay,
Some
so
people
now
say,
okay, now I understand your point of view. See,
yes,
now I understand what you're coming
some people choose to stay in, and some people choose to leave out. Melanie, like I said there and say, it's not over until God says it's over. Martell, is not over
You know
until
what?
God
You
says
know
it's
what? And if
over.
you do that one time, that's fine. If you do that one time, but
Mhm,
if you done did this yearly, repeatedly, leave my house and go to a woman house and we have a baby
mhm,
and different stuff like that, that's a different. If
mhm,
somebody's going out and they done had an affair or something, slip, maybe you was out of town or something. But if they're doing this repeatedly, then I hold nothing for you. Like I can forgive my husband. Number one, we weren't
mhm.
married. You know, number one, we wasn't married, and number two, like I said, I could kind of understand he had just gotten out of an 18-year relationship, and he was, you know, he had been tied down, and
Mhm.
so I excuse that, but you didn't come back and keep doing that to me, baby. No, no,
No,
no,
no, no,
no.
no, no. I said then, look at it a mistake of one time, but twice you ain't gonna do it. Okay, you ain't gonna do it twice. This is what Star says. If he get the kids, he will not have time to take care of the kids and his women. Now he claimed that he took care of his women and he took care of his children. He said when he come home, he had to bath him, he had to cook, he had to clean up. He claimed he
We
did
know he
all
a
that.
liar and a cheater. We know he
He
a
claimed
liar
he
and a
did
cheater.
all that. Then Angel said, she said, then he needs to be real and leave them children in the atmosphere they currently undergoing, so they don't have to get more deeper therapy for his experience.
You want to come and dismantle everything now
Mm-hmm.
because it ain't working
Mm-hmm.
this way. I don't like low down men like that.
Hmm.
I don't like low down men like that because see, if some she could have been dirty and say don't have nothing to do with them kids because I know some women who do that. The men have to sneak and go see the baby that they done made with another woman because
Hmm.
the woman can't handle the fact you know you paying child support but you better not have nothing to do with the baby. I think that is very wrong right there.
Hmm.
If you're gonna forgive him, let that child in your life too so he can have his dad and grow up a person. If you're gonna forgive that man.
Hmm. Yeah.
Because the kid is innocent. The kid is innocent. So,
So Angelique says that Martell is a repeat offender. So I don't know what she mean by that.
I do. I do.
Huh?
I do
But
it.
he
I
only
do.
have but he only have one child.
Yeah, he only
And
got stuff with one with that. But I bet he penetrated more than one.
no, she was pregnant more than one, but she had got several abortions.
Oh, see?
But this one
So,
right here, she wanted to keep.
so he's a repeat offender.
But what he was in a relationship with her. He was in a relationship with her. He didn't want to
So
let her
she
go.
aborted one of his kids. She aborted
Mhm.
one of his kids and then
M-
had the other one.
Well, more than one.
Oh, wow.
They was in a relationship for like 6 years.
Ooh.
6 years. They was in a
How long,
relationship.
how long was her husband together? How many years
Huh?
they been, how many years they been married, the husband and wife?
Oh, I don't know. Probably about that time. But
Oh, so both of them been around each other the whole time.
the entire time.
Oh my
And
God.
that's why Miss Wanda's saying that if Melanie stayed in that relationship that long, knowing that he was in a relationship with her for 6 years, then they were sister wives.
Yeah.
She knew about it and she accepted that. And the only
Yeah.
reason why she wanted to let it go is because she came on that reality show and other people was talking in her head. But if your man been in a relationship for 6 years with another woman and you didn't let him go, then and that's where all the confusion coming at. And that's why I say that Arionne Curry, she needs to come on that show to tell her story, because she been with this man for 6 years. She's I think she's 29 years old now, or 30. But she said when she was with that man, she was like 21 or 22. She was in college when she was with that man.
Hello? What happened?
So you see where I'm going at now?
So
So
what you saying is, you mean so the wife, so this is, so he, as long as he been married, he been with this other girl. Is that what you're saying?
correct. Yeah, and she knew about it.
Mm.
Correct. And she knew about it. She even went to the woman's house.
Mm.
She knew about it. That's what I'm saying. So if you knew about it for if your man been running with the same woman for 6 years and you knew about it, where all this smoke, where's all this stuff coming from now? The reason why
But
all this stuff is coming from, because now you're on the reality show and people are talking. And that's where
but
Miss Wanda was talking. Miss Wanda was sitting there saying, "You've been sister wives with this woman for 6 years. Six
well, you know
years. You've
what?
been sister wives with that woman for six
She didn't
years.
want to give her. I can tell you what it was. She didn't want to give the other woman the satisfaction. Even though she
That's
was
what it
wrong
was.
for that,
That's what
but
it
she
was.
wanted to give
That's
her the
what it was.
satisfaction of letting
Now
her have.
we now we getting on track. That's what it was. Go ahead and say it again.
And that's low self-esteem on her part. To
Yeah.
that men gonna lie to you. I ain't messing with that. Oh, I ain't seen her. No, that's her calling me. That's me. But you
Yes.
see, they be lying all the time. He do be dipping back and forth between them women. But see, after the second time, then she should have washed her hands. When he said, "Okay, I'm through with her. No more of that," then she should have. The second time she called him, that should have been it. Say, "Oh
So
no, you
so
liking this?
so
You are liking
Ariane
this happen."
Ariane had an abortion. And I'm gonna say all this stuff is a legend, which they did say it, but let me make sure I say a legend, because like I said, I'm not like no Tasha K. Okay, I ain't got no money to sit there and take cease and desist letters and wipe my tail like it's tissue paper. Okay, so like I said, let me go ahead and put this on. Okay, Frida.
Yeah, I can hear you.
So this is what I'm saying. I lost my thought. Go ahead, finish talking, because I lost my thought.
You were saying about the part about him. You was
Oh
going to
yeah,
show something.
yes. What happened was Ariane. Remember, I told you she had a couple of abortions, right?
Right.
His wife, when she went back home to him, she ended up having babies, and she ended up got rid of her baby. You see,
Oh,
so they all was just sitting there, just having
going
babies
tit for tat.
and chopping them up.
Going tit for tat is what they were doing.
Yes, yes, yes. But they all was sitting there, you know, having babies, and then at the end, when Ariane had so she when she went back home, she ended up having her child. her last child. And I guess Arionne probably said and said, well, look, you made me have several abortions. My last child, I'm gonna go ahead and get another child, and I'm gonna keep it. You see how messed up that family was.
Yeah, that's a whole entire mess. That's a whole
Uh,
entire.
I'm not even gonna try to pronounce her name, but her last name is Mitchell. She said they was married for 12 to 13 years, not 7. So they
Oh,
was,
okay.
yeah. But Ariane said that she was with him for 6 years. So half of those 12 years, Ariane was with him.
Right. So he was just,
That's
he
still a
just
long
made.
time. That's still
Yeah.
because after 7 years down here in the South, we consider that as common law husband. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So even
Right.
if she was in that 6 years, that still was a long time. This generation are more woke and have zero tolerance for that game men play. Yeah, they ain't gonna play back then how it was playing. This generation, but this generation right here, they'll marry a cow, they'll marry a goat,
What it
they'll
is we
marry
ain't
any and
stuck.
everything. I don't
What it
even
is,
trust this generation. This generation right here is lost.
and what it is we ain't stuck as we used to be. Women had to have them babies in a house full of babies because they didn't even start having abortion pills. I mean pills, birth control pills until 63. Because I remember
Mhm.
my auntie said after she had another baby since 62, since they started making so she said as soon as they gave her a way out, and that so we women had to be careful then, or we
Mhm.
will be stuck with some babies. A lot of them was too, little red-headed babies and stuff. All other kids
Mhm.
looking different and stuff. That's because them women had snuck and did something, but the men didn't even know that while they out tipping too.
Mhm.
So it this generation now they got more choices. See, they can get abortion. They can,
Yes.
and then some of them think it's fun to play that game.
And
To
that's what they
terrorize.
was doing. That's what they was doing. Just going there and just, oh my God, just getting rid of children. Don't know that child could have been a doctor, a lawyer, maybe the next president of the United States. Just cutting up
That's
them
murder.
children. My
That's
God.
murder.
So they all
That's
got blood on their hands. And that's why they
right.
going through what they going through right now. Ain't no good gonna
Right.
come out of that.
That's pure murder. Abortion is murder.
Yes.
Okay.
So
I don't
that's
care
why
what
they
you
going
say.
through all of them. Like I say, everything that they getting. You have a nice night, and I'm going to subscribe. Nice chatting. Thank you, Angelique. Thank you very much.
I was
Thank
a
you,
woman. I
guys.
still
He was
hear from
lying
him.
to Mel saying he wasn't seeing her anymore because the show, she found that he was seeing her again after the show started. That's why Ariane became a topic in their marriage.
Mm.
I'm gonna have to watch but I did watch the show, but I'm gonna have to watch she said the first and the second. Now I remember when I watched the first and Carlos King had came on as well when he said that Melanie was not supposed to mention about, Martell had cheated, not on the first season, which she did. I think it was the first or the second season, she had mentioned it. So
That was
Mattel has said that when he cheated on Melanie, that Melanie already was out of the house. She had an apartment. So Melanie only came back, and I'm gonna say allegedly, when she wanted to pitch that show to Carlos King. And when she wanted to pitch that show to Carlos King, that's when Martell knew that he was in love with his wife. He left Arionne without closing the door, and he went back home. But when he went back home, he realized that he still have feelings and he still haven't really shut the door with Arionne. So he went back to Arionne because that's the way
okay.
that
So
they was
wait a
that
minute.
they're
Now,
going back and forth.
wait a
So
minute.
when
Let
you
me
was
get
going back and forth and messing each other lives and cutting them
let me
children
get
and
this
sending
straight.
them to the slaughter, things like that's gonna happen.
Wait a
Ain't
minute
nothing
now.
good gonna come out of that. Ain't nothing good gonna come out of that.
Let me get this straight. So
Right. And she got mad because she found that he was still cheating. Mm-hmm.
okay, now you said that he he found he still had feelings for his wife, so he went on back home with his wife,
Yeah, he
and they
still
went
loved his
up.
wife. He
Wait
still
a minute,
loved
I'm
his
not
wife.
finished. And then, but after he went back to his wife, made a baby with her, he realized he still loved the other girl too. So
Yes.
see, no, this is some bull right here. You don't realize you no you can be infatuated with one and love one or the other, but either you love one well enough that you ain't gonna screw. Uh, so what he did was he played with both of them. He's a no good man, and they weak.
The Bible talk about that. You can't love two. You either love one or you hate the other one. You see what I'm saying?
He don't want to
Because you
let neither
can't
one
serve
of
two
them go.
masters. You
He
can't
don't want
serve two
neither one
masters.
of them to go and
But
get a
he didn't
life.
want
That's
it.
what
He
it is.
didn't want it. He didn't want it. None of them to go. He loved it both
Right.
of them.
He wanted them. He was having fun in what he was doing. Two
He
women
loved it
fighting
both.
over
He loved
him.
it both of them.
I don't
He
believe it.
he tried to keep both of them happy. And for 6 years, I don't know how that worked because Arionne used to call the house and ask the wife, "Can I speak to your husband?" And Melanie
Right.
gave the
And
phone
she
to
probably just thought he was
Martell.
married.
It
She
just was
probably thought he
screwed
was
up.
married.
It was screwed up. And the reason why it got screwed up, because want me to tell you something? Because want me to tell you something, the way that y'all went about it. Ain't no good was going to come out of that for none of them. And each child that y'all sat there and brought to the slaughterhouse, trust me, you going to have to pay for that one day. All of y'all.
Let me tell you something, young women. Men don't really like rub somebody they can just step on, wipe their feet on, and come and
Huh?
go when they want to do what they want. They don't really love you like that. When you stand up and let, if a man really love you and you stand up to him, and even though no matter how bad it's hurting you, you will not let them. You tell them you're not going to do this to me. You're not going to keep embarrassing me. If that's who you want, you're going to be with her. And then when you find out that he went snuck with her again after all your tears and crying and asking for forgiveness, then leave him alone. Love yourself more. Don't get in that type of relationship for 6 years going back and forth with a Negro.
What I say, a man gonna only do what you allow him to do.
Exactly.
What
And
you
the
allow.
moment
If you feel like you not worth much,
and the
and
moment
he's
he
gonna
get
he
up
gonna
for
treat
them,
you just like you how you think you worth.
and the moment and then they get old, after they done did all the dirt they can do, then they want to be, the home life and stuff. Then they want to, because they done got so they can't get it up for once a month. So they ain't got time to be out. They done got too old for that crap now.
Hmm.
Now they want you to sit down and be Miss Molly and stuff and build a home and different stuff. Don't do it, women. Y'all, when you find out he's cheating, leave right then. If he loves you, he gonna come back. And don't let him come and get a piece here, get a piece there, just to think he's doing you a favor. But that's only doing you so you won't go out and find nobody else. Don't even do that. When they do you like that, let them see the kids, and that's it. When they
Mitchell
call and
said.
say, here goes
Mitchell
the
said.
kids.
Mitchell said. Now he is trying to take Melanie kids. Yes, he's a jerk. Mel is minding her business, and Mel has to still deal with Ariane calling her bees.
Because he
Wow.
see her, because she probably falling for somebody else, and he can see it. He can see that distance growing now. She probably don't
Hmm.
answer his call like she used to. She probably ain't sitting around waiting no more. She probably fixing herself up and smiling in the mirror and getting her hair done and stuff. He don't like that. See,
Hmm.
he want to have both of them life and turmoil on until he make up his mind which one he wants. Decision is not yours, sir. It wouldn't be for me.
It's just that these days, some of these women they don't know their worth, and when you don't know your worth, uh, well, this is how I'm gonna close it up for these 9 minutes, because this right here is my ministry. And I believe that if I'm going to tear down, I'm also going to build back up, because God is not going to tear down without building back up. And it's not over until God says it's over with. Amen. I believe that it's not over until God's over. But first, you have to repent. Every last one of you guys have to repent, because it's not over until He says it's over. But you have to repent. And once you repent, you let it go. You let it go, because it's now in the sea of forgiveness. You don't keep beating on it. But because of the lifestyle that you guys
Yeah, but
in
you let
and
it
the
go.
way,
If you're gonna try to make your marriage work right, you have to let it go. You can't keep bringing it up or nothing. But if he's
yes.
still doing it, if he's still doing that, then no.
But this is how I'm gonna close it, because it's not over until God says it's over, and we all make mistakes. None of us are righteous. We all was once filthy rags. And
I
if you
get
say
the
that you never made a mistake, then you're not going to be on this earth. You're not going to be on this side of the earth, because we
everybody
all
gonna make
have
a
self.
mistake, but when you cheat, you ain't
Let,
making no
let, let me
mistake.
finish. Let me finish it. Oh, you can go ahead and say something, then I'm going to close it because I got 8 more. Go ahead and say it. What you got to say?
I'm just saying, if you cheating, you ain't making no mistake. That's deliberately hurting you and your family, your kids, and everybody. So there's no mistake. If you did it one time, I can forgive you probably. If you're a good man and stuff, you take care of your family and stuff. I can, but if you think you're gonna make this every other month, you land up with some other half or no, it ain't going like that. It ain't no. I don't care how
Okay.
bad I have to do, and I did it too. How even though I was bad off, I showed him that I wasn't gonna stand up for it. And when by the time he begged, thought he was gonna beg me back, I had eyes for somebody else.
Well, this is how I'm gonna go ahead and close it out. You right, Star. When you make a mistake over and over, then it becomes a willful mistake.
That ain't no mistake.
And when it's not a mistake no more. When you keep repeating it, it either means that something is wrong with you psychological, something is wrong with you, or you enjoy wallowing in your mess. You enjoy hurting people.
Now
But
you
when you
enjoy
sit
your
there
dog.
and you come to acknowledge that it was a mistake, because we all make mistakes. The Bible tells us that we all was once filthy rags. That's why the Most High God came for such like that. He didn't come to the ones that had it together. He came to the ones that sick, the ones that needed a physician. And all of us have made a mistake. And the only person can tell it, and I could tell it because I've been through this. And I could tell you it's not over until God says it's over. But the only thing that I can say is put all yourself, grown ups, stay out of it. Stay out of it.
And can I say one
And
thing
think
about a
about
mistake?
the children. When you think about the children, think about the children. Because trust me, this right here is what's building these kids, and it's in their mind. And these kids growing up with this stuff, they have to go to school. You don't want to affect your kids, because once they get old, they're going to sit there and they're going to be upset with you. So think about your kids. And Martell is sitting there taking those kids away from Melanie because he felt like he wants to get back at her. That's wrong. That is wrong. That's absolutely wrong. But if Melanie got those kids bouncing from one house to another, then yes, it's right for him to take his kids, because that's his kids. He want his kids in a under the roof, under the same roof with him, or wherever something stable. I wouldn't want my kids bouncing from place to place, especially my girls and
Yeah,
even my boy, because these days you don't know what they're doing to the boys these days. They're not after the girls. And we already know the devil is after the seed. He after the younger kids anyway. He don't want the girls, he want the boys. He's trying to turn your boys out.
well, when you get done with that, I want to say one thing to my young ladies.
So make sure you guard your children. Protect your children. Because like I say, Satan is after the seed, seeking who he can devour. So make sure you protect your children. And just because you made a mistake, that does not mean your children have to make a mistake. And whatever you did in your life, you want better for your kids. So don't never let nobody say, oh, my dad was a cheater, and hold that against the children. No, you do better. Just because what me and my husband did, we wanted better for our kids. And that's what I'm going to leave you with. and keep people out of your business. We had everybody out of our business. But by these people are entertainment and their life is on display, quite obvious, you're going to have 101 people in your business
That
telling you
sounds
what you
something.
should and should not do.
That sounds something like what the man be telling you. Keep people out of our business. Yeah, they
Keep
don't want
people
their
out of your business. I don't want nobody. My mother-in-law, nobody was in my business.
they don't want you telling them about
Nobody.
their
And I
stuff.
don't want nobody in my business. What I'm gonna tell you,
I do.
what I'm gonna tell you,
If
that's
you
what
see
you
my
say.
husband with somebody, let me know. I want to know. I'm
Mhm.
telling you now. If you
Yes.
see my husband with somebody, let me know. I'll
Mhm.
decide. But this is what I
Mhm.
want to tell my ladies before you close. My young lady, let me see. Now, look, I'm going to tell you the difference between a mistake and intentional. Now, if you walk past me and you step on my toe, and you say, oh, excuse me, Frida, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to step on your toe. Okay, that's cool. Now, if you come by and you step on my toe again, and you say,
Yes,
oh, excuse me, oh,
I
now,
agree with that.
okay, I might look upside your head, but
Mhm.
okay. But that third time you come by and step on my toe, no, Heifer, you doing it on purpose. You intentionally
Yes,
trying to
yes.
hurt me. No mistake. Okay, so let's not get this twisted and say everybody make a mistake because a mistake is a mistake. Okay, when you deliberately doing something and intentionally doing it and consistently doing it, it's not a mistake. You
That's
are
what we
hurting
talk
that
about.
person. You are
We talk about
hurting,
that.
and so you don't get to come back and play Mr. Uprighteous, because the family might not have to be over to my gay uncle's house if you hadn't messed up the relationship, because you the one who messed it up, and now he want to come in and call shots and stuff. He wouldn't call crap on me. I'm just saying a mistake is not a mistake. A mistake is something like, oh, I put too much pepper, I put too much salt. You made a mistake. Yeah. But when you study dipping in somebody else, that's not no mistake. And you doing it over and over for years. No, it ain't. You getting away. You enjoying yourself. You enjoying yourself at the expense of your whole family. And now you want to do what's right for the family, though.
Mhm.
Now my kids can't be around my gay uncle.
Okay, guys, we're gonna go ahead and close it out. But the only thing I could say right there, a house divided cannot stand. But all you have to do is think about your kids. Don't worry about what the outsiders saying, because that's what they are, the outsiders. And only what you do for the Most High God anyway is gonna last. So the only thing I could say about these young couples is what I'm gonna tell you something, get it right for the sake of your kids. That's all I could say. So guys, good night, and you all, and thank you, Frida, for joining my live. Okay. I love the
See,
debate. We always have us a good debate. College graduates say cheating is a choice, not an error, in my opinion. Star,
right.
who else? Mitchell. Guys,
You
thank you
don't
for
see
joining my
that.
live, and thank you guys for commenting. Angelique, thank you guys. Who else? Thank you for all your comments, guys. Like I said, at the end of the day, it's only one's opinion. Ms. Monique, thank you. Sophisticated Brat, thank you. Yep, the doll, thank you. Frida, Lisa, girl, thank you. Yes, Noel, keeping up with Queen Tulsa Goddess, thank you. Yes, guys. Thank you, guys. And I'm gonna go ahead and close it out. I might come on tomorrow around about the same time, 7 o'clock. I try from 7 to 8, but if it go 4 to 10, 10 is my cutoff. And I really enjoyed myself, and make sure you guys watch these videos all the way to the end. Make sure you go ahead and share it, comment, because I'm trying to get my hours, because I'm demonetized. And in order for me to get monetized, I'm almost there. Okay. I need at least about 2,000 more hours. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and check and see how many more hours that I need. But guys, make sure you go ahead and, because I'm not going to edit these videos. This right here is going to be uncut until I sit there and start doing more videos, but this right here, I'm trying to go ahead and get my hours. So if I can go for 3 hours, that's a plus. So guys, good night, and you all have a blessed day.